playoffs.
Oh my goodness! Big Christmas has tied it!
I mean, he pinch hit to hit a homer. That's postseason baseball, man.
David Fry lights up the Cleveland night!
Nothing like October.
The sights and sounds from Game 3 still reverberating in downtown Cleveland. What a scene it is tonight on a Friday night at Progressive Field, the home of the Guardians. We welcome you to the 2024 American League Championship Series. It's presented by Loan Depot. Tonight, Game 4 of this best-of-7 ALCS. It's the Yankees and the Guardians. Yankees up 2-1 in this series. And with that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. Great to have you with us from Cleveland. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Jeff Francoeur and Ron Darling. We'll hear from Lauren Jabara in just a moment as well. Well, before we look ahead, let's look back to what was an epic night last night. And guys, you grew up this way. I grew up this way. We all did. You dream about hitting a home run in a postseason game. We had 4 of those last night in the late game setting. It was something else.
All the action started in the top of the 8th. You had the best closer in baseball facing the eventual AL MVP. And you know what? Aaron Judge came out and did it again. Takes this pitch. Only Aaron Judge, guys, can hit this for a home run. 100 miles per hour outside line drive. You know what, though? It didn't stop there. Next batter, Giancarlo Stanton, who's the postseason hero right now, takes a home run to dead center to give him the lead.
Well, think about it, Judge and Stanton. Well, Cleveland did it with 2 guys who are making the league minimum. And Jhonkensy Noel signed on his 16th birthday, pays dividends 7 years later with the biggest home run he'll ever hit. He hadn't hit a home run since August 30th. And then their innings eater. Pedro Avila went right through Judge and Stanton and Chisholm Jr. to get them through the 10th inning to win it in the 11th.
But you know what? Why stop there? Bo Naylor, who hadn't got a hit all offseason, guys, leads off the 10th, and then David Fry, the postseason hero here in Cleveland, gets Cleveland back into this series last night. One of the best games I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, no question. It was a dramatic ending. The Yankees were an out away from a 3-0 advantage in this series. Now Cleveland has really turned this into a series. So our Game 4 starters, this should be very interesting tonight. Luis Gil, he is the front runner for the Rookie of the Year of the American League. It is his first career postseason start. And on the other side, also making his first career postseason start, it is a man with great stuff, Gavin Williams out of North Carolina. We got 2 first-timers in Game 4 after that thriller in Game 3. They believe here in Cleveland. We'll hear from Lauren Jabara. Then we get you ready for Game 4. Is brought to you by Loan Depot, where home means everything. Yankees and Guardians making their final preparations before Game 4 here tonight in Cleveland. Let's check in with the 4th member of our team down on the field, Lauren Jabara. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, VA, it is a rockin' at Progressive Field tonight after a wild ending last night. I talked to Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge earlier today and asked if they've ever played in a game like that before. Giancarlo told me maybe in backyard baseball when he was a kid, but he usually came out on the winning side of that one. Aaron Judge told me one other time, wild card game in 2017 against the Minnesota Twins. But he said this team is so good, the Yankees, at refocusing and giving what they need to give every single night. He said that's the focus for today, the game in front of them, which is Game 4. As for Cleveland's Jhonkensy Noel, he's still riding the high from the win, telling me he barely slept last night, and his father, who was in the stands, was moved to tears after his home run. It had to be a moment of immense pride for them both. David Fry echoed that sentiment, describing it as a moment that you dream of, but he quickly shifted to the mindset. That's who we are as a team. We genuinely love each other, and all we want to do is play guards baseball, which is bunts, bombs, and chaos, and they want to bring that here, guys, in Game 4.
Very good, Lauren. Thank you very much. Yesterday marked the first time in MLB history there were 4 separate 2-out game-tying or go-ahead homers in the 8th inning or later in the same game. That's regular season or postseason. Aaron Boone's got his lineup set. One big change here. Austin Wells in the lineup drops down to the number 8 spot. Jazz Chisholm will hit cleanup So a little bit of a maneuvering there for Aaron Boone with the right-hander Gavin Williams on the mound, and it still starts with Torres, Soto, and Judge. You know, there is Gavin Williams, Ronnie, and this is a big start for him. The numbers really don't tell the story. He missed the first 3 months of the season with an elbow injury.
Yeah, elbow issues. He only made 16 starts. See that ERA of 4.86. But Stephen Vogt, his manager, said if he is throwing that high fastball and that curveball off it for strikes, he can have a big game. Probably limited to 75 pitches. This is his arsenal. You see that high fastball in red. He'll feature a lot of those, but the curveball is really the one that he's got to land.
And catching him tonight, guys, Austin Hedges, another start behind the plate for him after a great night last night. Ramirez Rocchio, of course, Jimenez, the play of the night at second base. Naylor also, guys, great scoop over there at first. And, of course, in the outfield, Kwan, Thomas, and Schneemann gets his second start in right field after some good ABs last night.
Never have made a start in the postseason until last night, Daniel Schneemann, and he's back in there tonight. Chris Siegel will call the balls and strikes. This is his first championship series. Jansen Visconti, Vic Carapazza, and Mike Easterbrook around the infield bases, and then the two outfield umpires, Gabe Morales, and the crew chief in right field, Dan Isonia. All the pieces in place. We're ready for game 4 of the ALCS. Williams fires Gleyber Torres with a base hit, and away we go. How about Gleyber Torres? He has been a leadoff machine this postseason. That is his 4th hit. He's walked 3 times. 7 of his 8 plate appearances to start a game, he has been on base.
Let me tell you, all the talk, of course, and for good reason, is on Soto and Judge and Stanton. But Gleyber Torres has put himself together a beautiful postseason. Going to be a free agent this year also.
Says he hopes to continue his career as a Yankee, and why wouldn't you? Here's Juan Soto. He'll be the biggest free agent come the offseason. Soto was 0 for 4 with a walk and a run last night. That walk was the key walk that was in front of Judge prior to the game tying home run in the 8th inning off Class A. Nerves, Ronnie, the nerves for the 6'6" Gavin Williams, and the fact he hasn't been on the mound in a while. It's been almost a month since he last pitched.
Yeah, 25 days. He's very soft-spoken, doesn't say too much. #1 pick out of East Carolina, the Pirates. Big arm, big future.
Fayetteville, North Carolina native, just 25 years of age.
I was going to ask you, Ronnie, you do all these sim games, right? You throw these pins. Both guys tonight, 19 days since either of them have made a start at least. What's the hardest thing of trying to keep it going?
I think melding what you're going to throw with the adrenaline rush you're going to have to start this game, not to get too excitable.
It's only the 4th time we've had a starting pitching matchup like this with the parameters of the layoff. Luis Gil has not pitched in 19 days, and 25 for Williams. And it's a cool night. Weather's actually great for October in Cleveland, but it is a cool night, and the buzz of the playoffs is real. 3 balls and a strike. Soto, high towering fly ball right center, and this one is going to fly out of here, and the Yankees strike quickly tonight. Juan Soto, a 2-run home run in the 1st inning. Soto with his 2nd home run this postseason, his 2nd postseason homer is a Yankee, homered in game 1 of this ALCS, and he gets him on the board quick.
He wants to pitch across the top of the zone, but you can't do that to Soto because his flatter swing gets to that high pitch, especially on the 3-1 count.
113 off the bat for 414 feet.
Quieting down this big crowd. Now Aaron Judge.
You know, we asked Aaron Boone today, where do you think your guys are going to respond? And he just kind of smiled, right? He's got professional hitters.
Line drive right field. That's going to slice foul. Juan Soto with his 9th career postseason home run. Aaron Judge is homered in back-to-back games of this LCS. incredible talent up and down the lineup. And the lineup changed tonight for Aaron Boone, with Jazz Chisholm hitting in the cleanup spot behind Aaron Judge. That spot in the batting order can be a direct deterrent for pitchers concerning Aaron Judge. Moving Austin Wells down there. Yesterday Stanton hit fourth. Aaron Boone said he does not like hitting Stanton fourth in this particular lineup because it bundles up his left-handed hitters at the bottom of the order.
He can just make an easy run for Stephen Vogt later in the game. And you know, something Stephen Vogt told us, Gavin Williams got to be able to land that curveball. So far, he's spiking them.
Well, think about it this way. This is the most important start he'll ever have this year during the summer. 6.32 ERA in the first. So the first has always given him a bit of trouble.
Aaron Judge takes his lone timeout.
That's not unusual for a young pitcher as they try to figure out how they can become more consistent. And I think that's really Gavin Williams' problem this year. He had a fine rookie year, ERA just over 3.
Hot went out to short. Rocchio makes a nice pickup, and he'll take care of Judge. And that's a first out of the ball game. Judge hit it hard, but on the ground. Rocchio is an excellent defender at short. And the first out, a 6-3 put out. Judge is retired.
Another ball hit right on the nose. Nice play by Rocchio. If you think about the Cleveland Guardians this year, they wanted to have a rotation of Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie, Logan Allen, Tanner Bybee, of course. And that Williams was going to be some rotation depth. Now he's pitching in the postseason.
Guardians had to really make do, and right before the trade deadline make some moves. Bringing on Alex Cobb. They've taken Cobb off the LCS roster. Cobb started game 1.
Chisholm wants some more sticky stuff.
There's Alex Cobb. A couple of starts this postseason, 11 years between starts. He was acquired from the Giants. Only had 3 starts as a Guardian before this postseason. And then Matthew Boyd, last night's starter, he was injured. Didn't sign until June. So this Guardian staff was a question mark prior to this postseason. And Gavin Williams trying to give him a big start here in game 4. Boyd was excellent last night. 5 innings. Gleyber Torres and Juan Soto get it started. Torres on the first pitch, a single to right. Juan Soto booming home run to right center field. And a swing and a miss. There's the curveball, Ronnie. He got the chase that time, and there is out number 2. It's the first strikeout for Williams.
You know, that curveball, you don't have to throw for a strike once you work up in the count. He got into a pitcher's count, so this time he could really let it fly. Good break.
And I agree. As a hitter, when you establish that fastball, right, and now you're 0-2, 1-2, you're going to see a lot more swing and miss on that pitch.
2 outs. Here is Giancarlo Stanton. First ball swinging, fly ball right field. Schneeman toward the line. He's got it, and the inning is over. No further damage. 2-run home run. Juan Soto has the Yankees on the board first in game 1. The pure swing, the power swing of Soto. Now the Guardians coming to bat. First-year manager Stephen Vogt. This is how they line up tonight with Quan, Kyle Manzardo, Jose Ramirez. They'll be the 3 to get it started. Brian Rocchio's been a hot hitter down at the bottom of that order. And Luis Gil ready to fire. First pitch is up and away. 2-0 Yankees. 2-run home run, Juan Soto. Quan had his first hitless game in this postseason. Ended his 12-game postseason hit streak that goes back to the 2022 season. But he was on base twice with a walk, with 2 walks, I should say, and his on-base streak is still alive with 14 consecutive. And Heel deals him a strike. Set us up with Luis Heel, Ronnie.
Yeah, Heel has a chance to be the favorite for the Rookie of the Year. Look at those numbers: 15-7, 3.50, lots of innings, lots of strikeouts, but lots of walks as well. That is his Achilles heel.
And you already seen it here. Stephen Kwan 3-1, and I think that was even, listen to Booney, his biggest thing. If he throws strikes, he'll get outs tonight. But if he starts walking,
I mean, nobody hits this kid if he throws the ball over the plate. That's how electric his stuff is.
Here's a 3-1, and Kwan draws the walk. These two pitchers with all of the nerves of a postseason game, the long layoff, the lack of rhythm. You could see it in Williams' first two hitters, and now a leadoff walk given up by Heel.
He's also not particularly great at holding runners. If I were the Guardians, I'd be uber aggressive here early in the game, even down 2.
Heel led the majors in walks this year with 77. Kwan, a base stealer aboard, and Manzardo takes a high strike. And all the home run madness last night, there were 5 hit. The 4 that made the headlines kind of swept Manzardo's moment under the rug a little bit. He had a key 2-run home run, his first career postseason homer, and he lines that one fair. Just inside the line, down into the corner. The speedy Kwan on his way to third. Manzardo, he's getting hot. It's a double, and the Guardians with runners at second and third, nobody out in the first.
To me, it looked like the breaking ball, Frenchie, down and in, and just over the glove of Rizzo. Nicks off the glove.
and you talk about breaks in a game like this, right? If that ball's another inch down, that's a double play, and the inning's over. Instead, now you have second and third, and I'll tell you, Cleveland had to have this, an answer back after that home run by Soto.
And it's Jose Ramirez.
A more veteran pitcher might have already made the adjustment to get the ball down in the strike zone. He has not been able to do it yet. Everything up.
It comes at you fast in the postseason. Ramirez got out ahead of one, popped him up. Rizzo gives it a look, and that'll be in the seats. Guardians need a big finish to this championship series from Jose Ramirez. One of the great players in the game. He's hit 2 home runs this postseason, one in Detroit, one at Yankee Stadium. But hitting just 179 this post. Did have a hit, a double yesterday. Ramirez, fly ball left field. Should be deep enough. Verdugo's got a good arm. Kwan very fast, and the throw goes to third, and a run is in. Sacrifice fly and an RBI. 2-1 Yankees on the sac fly from Ramirez.
A nice piece of hitting here, just getting it out there with that fastball. But watch Volpe here. He goes over to the third, and the ball actually almost hits him. Watch Verdugo. He's going to throw it in, and Volpe's he's lucky that ball didn't hit him and get away.
Luckily, Chisholm, who was in the right position for the cutoff, backed it up.
Unanswered by the Guardians. Now Josh Naylor with a runner at second base. Manzardo. Naylor, normally a free swinger, but you can already feel the approach of the Guardians to be patient at the plate, see what Heel's command is like to start this game. Naylor chased one. Foul pop, going to stay playable. And it's going to be Wells who makes the call and the catch. Out number 2.
Well, guys, we've seen the last few days Naylor getting a heavy diet of changeups. And this AB, he got 2 changeups from Heel. Even though it's a 92-mile-per-hour changeup, which you don't see too often.
But the second one was a ball. He chased it.
Clark Schmidt, yesterday's starter, saw Garrett Cole down there as well. Was the game 2 starter for the Yankees. Lane Thomas jumps on that first pitch, a cut and a miss. Can't oversell how good Lane Thomas has been, and he was one of the supporting cast members yesterday in that dramatic comeback. Thomas had a key double with 2 strikes in the 9th inning. Banged it off the left field fence, and that set up the dramatic home run by Jonkinzie Noel.
And you go back here, he had an 0-2 count, and I actually had a chance to talk to Matt Blake today, guys, the Yankees pitching coach, and he said, what impressed me most, he had him 1-2, fastball up in the zone, and he said he laid off that and then laid off an unbelievable changeup 2-2, and he said that's what impressed me the most.
Thomas was 1 for 3, walked twice, had that big double. Ooh, he was right on that one. He fouls it away.
September, October for Lane Thomas. 9 home runs, 29 RBIs, 2 of those home runs, of course, in the postseason.
He got traded over, didn't have a great August for the Guardians, and really September he came alive and has carried it right over into October.
Turned out to be a great pickup, just what they were hoping for. They didn't do much at the trade deadline, but Thomas was one of them. 1-2 the count, and Heel misses high.
Heel is throwing hard.
Yeah.
And a called strike 3. A changeup that he spots down at the bottom of the zone to get the K. Guardians get 1 back. Yankees lead 2-1. We head to the 2nd. Always discovers possibility. Goodyear, more driven. Beautiful ballpark here, Progressive Field. They're going through some renovations, $200 million renovations. Ongoing, opened in 1994. At one point, they were selling out year after year after year. They had 455 consecutive sellouts. And they packed the place here this postseason. 2-1 Yankees as we play in inning number 2. Anthony Rizzo takes a ball from Williams. Now we'll see, Ronnie, if these 2 starters get settled into their start.
Well, what was nice to see is Williams threw some better curveballs there towards the end of the top of the 1st.
Retired Judge, Chisholm, and Stanton to finish the inning. After giving up a leadoff single to Gleyber Torres, then a 2-run home run off the bat of Soto. Two balls and a strike on Rizzo. 2-2. Again, if you're just picking us up in this series, Anthony Rizzo not on the division series roster. He fractured 2 fingers on his right hand in the 2nd to last game of the regular season. Those fingers are still fractured, but he's actually swung the bat okay. He watches one go by there. Big curveball from Williams. That's his pitch, and he gets a K to start the 2nd inning.
That's 2 curveballs now and 2 strikeouts for Williams. This one starts about neck high.
That's nasty curveball there. There's not much hitters are going to be able to do on that.
You got Chisholm and Rizzo with that curve. 1 away for Anthony Volpe.
The pitch before that was a 91-mile-per-hour changeup. It's the last time you've seen 2 starters with 90+ on their changeups.
One and one.
Makes me feel kind of bad at the end of my career. I was just trying to hit 91 with my fastball.
Gassing up.
The old number 1.
Yeah, that was on the Ray gun. Remember when there used to be 2 radar guns? The Jugs and the Ray.
When they first started coming out with the iPads and the computers that would show you your shape of your breaking pitches, how hard you threw. I remember I had mine documented. And the late, great Dave Henderson looked at it and I said, "What do you see there, Hendu?" He said, "It looks like you're going to get released soon."
Hendu is a beauty, man.
Beauty.
Data can tell you a lot of things. That is a cold strike 3. Williams powers that fastball right by Volpe. Didn't take the bat off his shoulder. 97-mile-an-hour cheese. 2 outs.
Well, baseball players love to talk about country hardball, and that's what you're getting here from Gavin Williams. That pitch, a little crossfire, and right on that outside corner.
97. Couldn't pull the trigger.
2 outs, back-to-back Ks. Here is Austin Wells. And you know he's going to see a lot of fastballs. He's had a difficult time with the fastball. Williams cut that one loose at 98. Oh, he turned on it. Deep into right center field. That ball's well hit. This one is going to go. Dropped down in the order, and Austin Wells responds. 3-1 Yankees as Wells turned on that fastball. A 2-out lightning strike for New York. And Wells has his first home run in the postseason.
If you go back to game 2, you remember his last at bat. He squared up a bunch of hard balls down the right and lined out. And I was talking to him yesterday. He said it's feeling better. You know what? He only got 1 AB yesterday and struck out, but he timed that fastball and gave it a ride. 97 miles per hour, 104 off the bat.
What a lift that is. Strike 1 to Alex Verdugo. Frenchie is a manager. You know, you don't want to make too drastic of moves here, but Aaron Boone telling us he feels like he needs a little protection for Judge and to try to take a little pressure off Wells down at the bottom of the order, and it pays off right away.
Can I add something to that too? You can piss a player off doing that.
Nice.
Right?
True.
You walk in and say, oh, you don't think I can hit 4th? I can hit 8th. And I guarantee you that was a little bit of Booney too. You want to see your guy answer. And he did tonight in a big way so far.
That's a big moment for Austin Wells and the Yankees. Curveball drops in for a strike.
And the reason I know that, it happened to me quite a few times.
Sounds like analysis from experience. I wasn't going to say anything, but
I thought you were over it by now, Frenchie.
Bring it back memories.
Bobby Cox would not do that to you. Verdugo, the number 9 hitter. And a swing and a miss. Got him on a curveball. That had some anger on it. 2 out. Home run. Austin Wells, his first home run since September 9th back in the regular season. Drops down to the 8th spot. Delivers a long ball. 3-1 Yankees. Yankees Guardians will have the stage to themselves for Game 5, 7:30 right here on TBS. Also streaming on Max. And the Mets winning a big game at home at Citi Field today. So that series goes back to Dodger Stadium, and they'll be back Sunday after a travel day tomorrow. Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern on FS1 for Game 6. 3-1 Yankees. They've hit 2 homers. Juan Soto and Austin Wells, and Luis Gil back on the mound to start his second inning of work. Daniel Schneemann down in the count 0-2.
You know, that other series has had a lot of offense. Headed through 5 games. This series now, you're starting to see the bats come alive. First 2 games, both teams a little bit quiet. They got going last night.
Last 3 innings in last night's game. That was an extra inning win for Cleveland last night in the 10th. But the last 3 innings, about an hour of real time, is about as good as Major League Baseball can be.
That's right.
Dramatic home runs, haymakers left and right, swings in the score and the setup of the innings, great plays defensively, those heroic moments that they talk about forever. Any game would have a hard time living up to that game. But we're hoping to get another one here tonight. Reach down, hits it hard right at Torres, who was a little in between on how he was going to field that, but he makes a play. Schneemann is retired.
After you've cheered, laughed, and celebrated with friends, remember, a great night ends with a safe ride home. Casamigos, a perfect way to enjoy October baseball. Play it safe, drink responsibly.
Luis Gil without number 1, looking for a shutout inning here in the second. And Jimenez, a swing and a miss. Well, thanks to Andres Jimenez, kind enough to wear the microphone for us for our pregame show tonight. Always appreciate the access. They were having some fun down on the field before the game. All the Cleveland position players, they throw a football around before the game, which got Frenchie's attention. Did you know he was in the Georgia State High School Hall of Fame, Ronnie?
I'm reminded almost every single time in October, every day.
A high school football Hall of Famer. Throw that football over a mountain, Uncle Rico.
Yeah, it was not a quarterback. I didn't throw it.
Oh, you were intercepted.
I headhunted.
That's right.
So funny with the arm you've got that you were on defense. You know? Think about it.
Caught some fade passes.
1-2 the count. Jimenez stays alive. I guess what it tells me is they're just doing something other than baseball activity, something to have some fun. They run some routes. I mean, it's always funny, you know, football's not a big sport in Venezuela. Andres Jimenez out there trying to throw a spiral. They love it, though. Hits that one sharply into center field. Judge turns and goes right to the spot to make the catch. Judge does not get enough credit for his defense. Makes a nice play there for out number 2.
You just see the swings. Both sides are getting off right now. It just tells you that there's probably going to be some offense in this game tonight. Everybody's putting good swings on it. You're getting good contact.
Bullpens have been used a lot, so when they get up and firing.
Here is Austin Hedges. You touched on it a little bit yesterday, Frenchie, but Hedges, you thought might get the start here tonight against a right-handed starter. Bo Naylor is the other catcher, and he's the everyday catcher typically. And both of those players had hits yesterday, but Hedges had a double, had a walk, and controls the game defensively better than Naylor right now.
And you know what, with how this game's probably going to go tonight, 7, 8, 9 relievers probably, including of course Williams starting. I just think he's your guy that can make everybody feel comfortable, right?
Might get an out or 2 more from each pitcher.
Absolutely.
Hedges was on the Rangers World Series team. It's his second tour with the Guardians. 2 balls and a strike. And that one misses. 3-1 the count.
I know this, BA. During BP, I was watching about that. He was in launch mode about every ball in those left center field stands.
Three and one. Making heel throw strikes. Eric Sabrowski loosening in the Cleveland bullpen. You figured it would be a short start, maybe one time through, and Stephen Vogt kind of lining it up that way. Yankees have the top of the order due up in the 3rd. Full count to Austin Hedges. And it's ball 4. Well, that's a no-no if you're Luis Gil. Hedges draws a 2-out walk, and now you bring one of the hottest hitters the Guardians have in this postseason, Brian Rocchio, to the plate.
We talked about Gil and leaving that fastball up. Right now, if you're the Guardians offensively, your whole game, you have to see it down. Even if it's a changeup at 92, you still can put good wood. You just got to be able to lay off that high heater.
Second walk by Gil. Rocchio has been a force here this postseason. 1 for 4 yesterday. Had a sacrifice bunt as well. Hitting over 400 and an 8-game postseason hit streak. He's hit in all of them. Rocchio competing in his first postseason.
Yeah, Rocchio homered off Gil on August 20th up in Yankee Stadium. He's really shined this postseason at the bottom part of this order, being an extra leadoff hitter in front of Quan.
1 ball, 1 strike. Lays off.
You know, it's been such a disappointing year for Rocchio offensively. Sometimes the postseason can give you just a new start, you know?
Give you life.
Right? You don't have to look at that same number on the board.
Rocchio got the benefit of a call right there. Looked like a pretty good pitch. 2-1. Rocchio into deep left center field. Ball's got some carry to it, and it is going to be caught by Verdugo. Verdugo and Judge. He certainly heard those footsteps of Judge coming. Verdugo makes a catch. Heel puts up a 0 and a shutdown inning after the Austin Wells homer. Yankees have the top of the order coming up. We go to the third. 3-1 New York. Championship Series. It's presented by Loan Depot. Friday it is. David Fry. His Friday was yesterday on a Thursday.
This might be the last hitter for the big right-hander Gavin Williams. Pen is ready for Stephen Vogt and the Guardians.
Torres jumped on the first pitch he saw to start the ball game. Shot one into right field for a base hit. Glaber continues to swing the bat, and he has been a difference maker at the top of that Yankees batting order. As he lays off, good hook in there for strike 2. Eric Sabrowski looks like he is on Juan Soto duty. Soto due next. That is one of the main reasons why Aaron Boone maneuvers his lineup. He does not want to give a lane of left-handed hitters for the opposing manager. Down at the bottom of the order specifically. That's a bouncer to third. Ramirez. And a short hop dug out by Naylor. Spectacular play. Josh Naylor. Well done. Man, he had a beauty last night as well with Jimenez. He's a big man, but he has got excellent hands over there.
I tell you, that was a great play last night. This was even better almost. I mean, that thing way short hopped him. And the last thing you wanted was an error before Juan Soto comes up, right?
Well, I think what happens now, Frenchie, is that the third baseman's play so deep in the replay here to see Naylor. That was an in-between hop. Really tough to corral that one in.
Well, Ramirez on that one, I mean, you had to go get it, right? And then it's a much easier play, but saved a base runner here.
Work from bottom to top. Perfectly done.
End of the line for Gavin Williams. 2 1/3, gives up 3 runs, a couple of homers. Stephen Vogt is into his pen now. Every home at home this year, including the postseason. See the win-loss totals for the Cleveland Guardians. Their bullpen ERA, best in baseball, best in the American League. And the 4 horsemen down there. Yankees got 2 of those 4 relievers. So right now, Stephen Vogt's got to get to those big 4. And it starts with Eric Sabrowski running.
Only appeared in 8 games this year. He's appeared in half that number in the postseason.
He drops Juan Soto. It was a curveball, but Guardians fans still enjoying seeing Soto go to the ground.
It's good gamesmanship, huh?
Well, they don't want to see that Soto shuffle. They'd rather see that, I guess.
Soto then Judge, 1 out here in the 3rd, and a swing and a miss. Big rip. Soto returning the favor.
I will tell you this, though, very few times do you ever see Juan Soto chase out of the zone. And that's one that you almost feel like he was very mad about what happened, because especially with no strikes, you don't see him do that too much.
He's always theater. Whether he swings and connects, swings and misses, the way he takes pitches, always interesting. Soto with 41 home runs during the regular season, pulls that one on the ground. Naylor race to the bag. Sabrowski's there, and out number 2. Sabrowski retires his first hitter. First base umpire Jensen Visconti wearing the camera here tonight, giving us a good look at it, getting himself in position.
That was interesting. Soto was running right up the back of Sabrowski.
He was, and I think Sabrowski might be saying, you know, maybe next time, Josh, if you want to run that one to first instead of making me come all the way over. But got the important out and keeping Soto off the base.
2 outs. Here is Aaron Judge.
1-1.
Ball 2.
Got a left-hander on deck. This is really where that cleanup spot becomes important when you start into the bullpen matchups. Goal for Stephen Vogt right now is that Judge and Soto, Stanton, that they do not face the same pitcher twice. Ooh, violent swing by Judge. Slider from Sobrowski, and it's 2-1.
Well, that's where Hedges is important too, calling the pitches, you know, with the left-hander up next.
And no, I don't have to give him anything. If he walks, there's still 2 outs, and you got the lefty on deck.
Back to the breaking ball. 2-2 the count now. And he got him. Sobrowski went with a curve. Strikes out Judge to end the inning. Comes on with 1 away, retires Soto and Judge. Eric Sobrowski going with the spinners to get the big fella. The best 5G coverage in the game with America's largest 5G network. TBS. Travis brings Swift to Cleveland. All for that.
Pretty good sign there. I got to give him credit.
Right? He's kind of busy though. Back in the U.S. Kicks off in Miami tonight. Wow. Sources tell me. Sources in the Anderson household. I got the full T-Swift download.
Your wife and daughter down there.
They didn't watch the game last night, but we had a discussion about the Eras Tour resuming. Taylor Swift was at a game in New York, game 1 of this ALCS with Travis Kelce and others. Travis was vocal on X last night after that dramatic victory for his hometown team. Here's the 2-1, and Kwan, that's a base hit. Volpe gave it a good effort. Stephen Kwan is aboard for the 2nd time. And he's got him loud here at Progressive Field. Between innings, Lauren Jabara with Yankees manager Aaron Boone.
Aaron, Luis Gil hasn't pitched in 19 days. What have you seen from him so far tonight?
Yeah, so far he's got a good presence to him. Looks like he's confident out there. The stuff's good. I feel like settling in a little bit. So if he gets in a good rhythm, he can be really tough to hit. So I want him to continue to attack and pitch with confidence.
I know last night had so many emotional swings. What was your message tonight before Game 4?
Yeah, this group's so good at turning the page. Win, lose, or draw. Tough loss, big win. We know how important the next day is, and no different now.
Aaron, appreciate it. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks to Aaron Boone.
What concentration by Lauren and Aaron Boone right there.
Look at these guys.
Those guys were hammered him.
Guys hooting at him the entire time.
I love the guy who's got the Tom Hamilton home run call on his T-shirt. A swing and a drive. Way back. Oh, that's dedication. That's a fan right there.
Wow.
Ford Frick finalist Tom Hamilton. He is so great. We've had so much fun with all the broadcasters here. John Sterling unleashing some epic calls last night. Tom Hamilton as well. It's been a fun series thus far, and it's only going to get better.
I like what he said about Gil, though. Composed.
Yeah.
You know, for a young pitcher in his first postseason start, that's a big plus.
Facing the rookie, Kyle Manzardo. 2 rookies matching up here in this ALCS Game 4. Manzardo with a double his last time up and just missed that one. A click on the bat. Soto is under it, and Gil has out number 1. Back to first goes Kwan.
Boy, he just missed that changeup. He just got him out in front a little bit.
1 away, runner at first. Here is Jose Ramirez now. Ramirez with a sacrifice fly in the first inning, responsible for the lone run. different kind of hitter right now, right-handed versus left-handed. What do you see in Frenchie?
Just a lot more aggressive left-handed. Like that ball's up above the zone. You've seen him trying to spin and turn a little bit.
Completely relaxed and balanced from the right side. Very impatient from the left side.
Yeah.
Right now.
And like anything, you know, the Guardians don't have the power that the Yankees do. So again, it falls. Jose Ramirez has got to do something for them.
He's the tying run, and he takes a big rip. Fouls it away. Well, you showed us in New York the swing. He had a double on the particular at-bat you showed us, but there was some hook in his bat. There was the hands were behind the barrel. And he has been hitting some violent hooks as a left-handed hitter on pulled balls off the bat. Skies this one into shallow right center. And Gleyber Torres will make the call and the catch for out number 2.
I mean, quite simply, when he's at his best, he goes from coast to coast, uses the entire field from the left side. He's become a pull hitter right now.
And because of kind of swinging at the high fastball, that's a pitch right there, Ronnie. You see him driving a gap almost every time. That was a hanging, breaking ball.
So that brings up Josh Naylor. The composed look of Luis Gil that Aaron Boone referenced. 3-1 Yankees playing the bottom of the 3rd in game 4. And there goes Kwan. Naylor lets him run. Double clutch with the baseball from Wells, and Kwan is in with a stolen base.
We saw him try to push the envelope last night, right? He didn't get a great jump. This is actually one where if Wells did not bobble that ball, he might have had a chance to get Kwan.
But I sure do love seeing this by the Guardians. Even if they're down by a couple of runs, be aggressive. Try to manufacture some runs.
It's all base camp presented by T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. That is the Guardians' 8th stolen base this postseason. Kwan has 2 of them. They have not been caught yet. A perfect 8 for 8. They are a running team. So Stephen Vogt there with his bench coach, Craig Albernaz. Runner in scoring position for Josh Naylor. Drove in 108 in the regular season. Takes a strike. 2-1.
Also hit 31 homers. BA during the regular season, has not had one yet here in the postseason.
But Siegel gives him that pitch. Naylor just turned back, said that ball's up.
Swings out of his helmet. Big rip on a changeup. 2-2 the count.
And right here, if you're Gil again, you're going right back to that location. We've seen Weaver, we've seen Hanley yesterday. All these guys change up, low and away, tailing away.
And Josh Naylor asked for it, is granted timeout. Remember Naylor, when he made that pick yesterday on the Jimenez play, he looked like he was a little bothered. Don't know what it was. Some kind of lower leg discomfort. Not much was said about it. We asked about it. He was in the lineup, and that was the response. He's fine, and he's in the lineup. He looks a little uncomfortable after that swing. He's the tying run here in the 3rd. 2-2. Naylor into left field, sinking. It is down. Coming in to score is Kwan. Josh Naylor shortened up, played a little pepper with it. Drops it into left field for an RBI single. And it's 3-2 Yankees.
Guys, you have to see where this pitch is right here. This thing is 8 inches outside.
Almost threw the bat at it.
Look at that. I mean, that thing's 3-4 inches on the white line, but again, you said it, because of playing guards ball and stealing a base right there, you get a run.
They were a great 2-out run producing team this year, the Guardians. As Lane Thomas takes one high, and now Austin Wells, Anthony Rizzo make their way to the mound.
Tell you what, guys, you got to give Josh Naylor a lot of credit right there. He has swung through a lot of changeups. He decided to make a change right there and said, I'm selling out, and I'm just going to try to put the ball in play the other way. Look at where this pitch is again.
So the execution was fine from here.
Yeah. I mean, he looked like Rod Carew right there.
Exactly.
Bat windmills over the helmet.
And I guarantee you probably a little bit of what Wells was talking about. You made a great pitch. There's nothing, you make that pitch enough times, you're going to get out.
Meeting at the mound to calm down the rookie heel. Guardians get a run here with 2 outs. Now Lane Thomas hunting that first strike. 2-0. Thomas still looking for his first RBI of the championship series. He did the heavy lifting in the division series, driving in 9 in the 5-game series, and had the big grand slam off Tarek Skubal in game 5. 3-0.
Tried to aim that changeup because of the 2-0 count. He wanted to just throw it for a strike, but missed with it down.
Green light. Let's see.
100%. Good fastball hitter.
Tying run at first. Takes a strike. Well placed fastball that time by Heel. Heel's last start was September 28th. In his last 2 starts, he gave up 10 earned runs in 11 innings. And a brilliant start to the year. Was one of the game's most dominant pitchers for a couple of months. Matter of fact, his first 12 games with Garrett Cole out, he was 8-1 with a 1.82 ERA.
Last time with 2 strikes froze Lane Thomas on the changeup.
Thomas has had a knack for the dramatic. He'll take his time out.
Well, the Guardians, with those 2 home runs yesterday, now have 5 2-out RBIs in the last 5 innings.
The count is full. 2 men are out. Naylor will get a head start. There he goes. And did he go? He did not. Checks his swing. That was close. Yankees dugout is upset. But Lane Thomas draws the walk. Got to be strong to check that bat. Let's see. Ooh. That could have gone either way.
Do you see that bat bent in his hand? It shows you how strong he is.
Yeah. You saw Booney. Yeah, I see it. I get. He wanted that. Of course, Ronnie, you're a pitcher and I'm a hitter. I think we know where we stand, right?
I mean, that's one of those, however it's called.
50-50.
Gone either way. Thomas got the call to go his way, and now meeting at the mound, another one. This time Matt Blake, the pitching coach, on his way out.
So 2 meetings here by the players and the pitching coach. Matt Blake tells you that even though Boone's seeing composure, maybe the team and the pitching coach is not.
Don't forget to download the MLB app today. Your team, your players, your home for postseason baseball. All the great highlights from around the postseason. Activity in the bullpen as Tim Hill starts to get loose.
Tim Hill, like on an off day, occasionally will get up and start to throw.
Just throw against the mattress.
Just like Pavlovian, you know, he just used to it.
Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Daniel Schneemann at the plate. It's amazing how many rookies start to churn through the wheel in these games. We saw Noel, the rookie, hit his first postseason home run. Game-tying home run in the 9th inning. Schneemann, a rookie. Manzardo, a rookie. Rocchio. And these guys just, they do not look afraid of the moment.
You know, both these starters, guys, I think it's kind of what we thought, right? You're seeing glimpses where the stuff is good. It's there. It's the inconsistency. And no matter what you do, sim game, side, you don't pitch for 3 weeks. It's going to be tough to really be on your game.
2 on and a swing and a miss. Fastball. And a good one from Heel.
Yeah, 19 days rest for Heel, and Gavin Williams was already out of the game 25 days.
Schneemann back-to-back starts. Stephen Vogt trying to get his bat in the lineup. These are the moments why he wants Schneemann in there. He felt like he was just swinging it well. He's a guy who did not break spring training with the Guardians. Stephen Vogt fought for him to get brought up to the big leagues. He's done a good job for him this year. Pulls that one foul. That was a slider from Heel.
That was the pitch to hit. He was too quick.
Yeah, and on one advantage right here, and you'll see the Yankees outfielders playing a little bit deeper, because with Naylor at second, if it's a hard ball right to him, all three of these good arms, they're going to have plenty of time to possibly make a good throw.
Both runners will be off with the crack of the bat, and that is way tall. Wells made a nice play on that, just to keep it off the screen and keep runners at first and second. From one knee.
Oh, look. See Austin Wells hit Chris Siegel's mask off behind the plate.
Two balls, two strikes.
Stephen Kwan say one time. He'll say that about 20 more times in the game.
2-2. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat is wide, and the count is full.
Got a huge advantage now for the Guardians, because Naylor's going to get a head start with 3-2, 2 outs.
Naylor is a slow runner. Thomas at first, a very fast runner. They start up. Schneemann putting together a terrific battle here with Heel. I've never heard a manager say this before, but we asked Stephen Vogt yesterday about Schneemann in the lineup. He said, you know, in all of the simulation games when he's keeping his starters ready, he was a total menace to all those guys. He was raking. He was seeing the pitches well. Gave him confidence to give him a start yesterday. And he's back in there today. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat. 2 outs. And he got him. Heel stays with it. Finally gets him to swing and miss at the slider. That was a battle right there. Heel strikes out Daniel Schneemann. Strands 2. Guardians get 1. Yankees still lead 3-2 after 3. We go to the 4th. Moment ago, Lauren Jabara with Stephen Vogt.
Stephen, an incredible game last night. How do you continue to ride that momentum while also staying within yourself here for Game 4?
Yeah, I mean, Game 4 is off to a hot start right now. You know, both teams are getting things done offensively, so it's going to come down to the end like it always does, and we just got to keep being us.
Yeah, offensively, bats are going, but defensively, some great plays too. What stood out about your defense so far through this series?
I mean, we're just always in the right place, ready to make plays. Our guys are so athletic. They work hard on it every day. Our coaches work extremely hard with them as well, so they're a lot of fun to watch on defense.
Stephen, thanks for the time. Good luck.
Thank you.
You know, the leader of that pack was that play that Jimenez made last night. I haven't seen a play made like that since the great Robbie Alomar used to make those plays routinely.
He is one of the best. Swing and a miss, Jazz Chisholm. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Yankees in the middle of their batting order with Chisholm, who has been elevated into the cleanup spot. 6th time he's hit cleanup as a Yankee since coming over from the Marlins. And a called strike 3. Zabrowski, he's got some stuff going here early. Struck out Judge. Fastball gets Jazz Chisholm, and he's retired 3 in a row running.
Well, that's really what you're doing when you have to go to bullpen that early, is that you're trying to identify who's got it tonight, because you're going to run out a string of 6, 7 relievers this evening.
And this is one lefty that you feel comfortable to get right-handed hitters out also. You saw with Judge, got behind 2-0. 2 sliders on the back part, and then took off some of that curveball and got him to swing and miss at that pitch.
Giancarlo Stanton flew out to right in the first. Yankees got 2 in the first inning right away. Gleyber Torres singled on the first pitch he saw, first pitch of the ball game, and then Juan Soto with a 2-run homer. Austin Wells hit a solo shot in the second. Guardians have runs in the first and the third. One and two to Stanton.
You think Stanton's looking for just a single at some point?
Never.
Six for 34 at Progressive Field during the postseason. All 6 home runs.
Remember it was game 1 that he hit that 439-foot home run off Sobrowski.
He's got 8 hits this postseason, 3 homers. Stanton hit his second go-ahead home run in the 7th inning or later in a postseason game yesterday. Both of them have come in this postseason. In the division series, game 3 against the Royals. That was his first. 2-2. Count stays there.
This sounds like the automatic jinx, but for a guy like Stanton, he's gone his last 27 plate appearances without striking out.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right out of the
He went in there.
Jinx handbook. Ron Darling.
Yeah, that was Ron Darling.
Ron Darling at TBS. No, that's not his email. Did he go? He did not. Checks his swing.
He had to call that a check swing, or the entire Yankee bench.
Booney might not be here.
All over him.
And that's the Yankees are on the first base side of the field. I mean, right in earshot. That's a called strike 3. Stanton knew it. Fastball right down the middle. Caught him guessing. Way to go, Ron.
I'm just delivering the stats here.
3 consecutive Ks here for Sobrowski.
It's kind of a brave pitch, you know, after all the slow stuff to Stanton. He just surprised him with that fastball.
I just got the feeling he thought either slider or curveball was coming for sure.
Brings up Anthony Rizzo. He is just sticking with the heater. Send it down to Lauren.
Eric Sobrowski actually almost decided to not come back to baseball after having 2 reconstructive surgeries on his elbow in October 2022. He told his agent he fell out of love with it, and his agent said, if you quit, I'm going to come up there and kick your butt. So he decided to come back, and here he is, striking out some of the best in the league.
Wow. I mean, there are times people don't see it because they only see him on the field. Those lonely times when you're at a spring training and spending all your time committed to rehabbing. It's a lonely, bad place to be.
On field 6 and it's 100 degrees.
There you go.
0-2 to Rizzo. Sobrowski delivers, and some play back there by Hedges. Looks like a hockey goalie back there. Just in case Rizzo offered, kept it in front. Stephen Vogt going to his bullpen early. Sobrowski came on in the 3rd inning. He's retired 4 in a row, the last 3 via strikeout. Rizzo dumps one into left center, a base hit. Taking a page out of Josh Naylor's book from last inning. Anthony Rizzo with a 2-out single. Beautiful piece of hitting right there. We have seen the humble approach by both teams tonight, Frenchie.
I'll say this has been Rizzo his whole career. Obviously a lot more power back in the day, but how many times you see him just poke the ball the other way, be able to do this? Again, you put the ball in play, you give yourself a chance. You saw it with Naylor, and now you've seen it with Rizzo.
Here's Anthony Volpe. I cannot imagine how badly that hurts Rizzo off the end of the bat with 2 fractured fingers on his right hand. You could really see the vibration running through that bat onto his hand. Tough guy. It's been impressive that he's even on the roster and playing and hitting as well as he is.
You know, and I think that's why you're going to have to start Rizzo. I think you're seeing right here just the way they got to get his glove off. We saw him come in last night, and I just think it's tough to get warmed up.
Volpe takes a strike. Eli Morgan preparing in the bullpen. Both of these managers are in their middle relievers right now. trying to survive these innings. Steve Reich from Sobrowski. 2-2. That fastball has been a good pitch for him.
Volpe has gotten 5 strikes tonight, has not swung at one of them yet. Looked at all 3 from Williams and now 2 from Sobrowski.
2-2 with Rizzo at first. Volpe, fly ball, center field. Routine for Thomas. And Eric Sobrowski giving Stephen Vogt 5 big outs. Yankees come up empty in the 4th. Guardians coming to bat. 3-2 New York.
New customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Game 4 of the American League Championship Series here on TBS. Luis Gil back to work. Drops a strike in, a breaking ball, the slider, and gets ahead of Andres Jimenez. Jimenez flew out to center field his first time up, hit it pretty well, but right at Judge. Jump roped with that pitch. Changeup misses. Double barrel action in Aaron Boone's bullpen. Mike Harkey there managing that scene. Tim Meza and Tim Hill, different lefties for different type hitters for the Guardians that would be coming up. One and two.
Still the Guardians against Gil so far early in this game have swung a lot of pitchers outside of the zone.
Yeah.
You thought their approach would be different because of the number of walks of Gil. The most difficult part for the Yankees with Luis this summer was that in 2 professional seasons, 22 and 23, he threw 29 2/3 innings. That's all. So managing his innings was the most important.
Gil had mostly a healthy year this year. Jimenez breaks his bat. There was a minor back injury the 3rd week of August, and he missed 15 days. He was reactivated September 5th. So he missed a little time, 5 starts after he came back from the back injury. The Yankees really downplayed that. Just there was a need of a shutdown, a little bit of rest of the arm, but the back was bothering him. And he had a decent finishing kick this year. Last 11 starts, pitched to a 3.90 ERA, and he won 6 of his 8 starts. A swing and a miss, or is it a foul ball? It is a miss. It's a strikeout. So Jimenez strikes out. That slider's been a good pitch here for Luis Gil in the last 2 innings.
It's really a pitch that he's had to develop. He was really a fastball changeup pitcher for the most part, but he's developed a cutter and developed that slider as well.
That's the kind of the 3 phases of Gil's season. That brilliant start taken over for Garrett Cole. Hedges drops a bunt right to Gil. Easy does it. And Hedges is out. 2 up, 2 down in the 4th inning.
Gil went through a time period from May 1st to June 4th where he went 7-0 and was 0.60 ERA. And that was the best part of his season.
Hedges trying to drop the surprise bunt down, eh?
I know, right?
See it too much from a catcher.
Brian Rocchio now with 2 away.
And remember why that was so vital for the Yankees. Garrett Cole was not back yet, so he was filling that role.
Well, you may not even know about Luis Gil like this if it wasn't for the injury to Garrett Cole.
You've been sharp this inning, I know that.
Bottom of the order, he's got 2 quick outs. Rocchio pops it up, and Volpe is there to put it away. Best inning yet for Luis Gil. Strong in the 4th with the bottom of the order, retires him in order, picks up another strikeout. Still 3-2 Yankees. PBS is brought to you by Loan Depot, where home means everything. and by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. New York Yankees were a strike away from taking a 3-0 advantage in this best-of-7 series yesterday. Couldn't get it done. Guardians with a big comeback, and this series has kind of turned a little bit now. Kate Smith preparing. Eli Morgan is in. And Frenchie, if you're doing a little managing here along with Stephen Vogt, it might not be long for Morgan in this 5th inning.
He's got 3 guys. You got Juan Soto up 4th. The big guy Kate Smith is warming up in the bullpen. And now I think we believe Heal's done on the other side. So now this is becoming a mix and match the rest of the way with the bullpen.
Postseason baseball. 1 guy in, 1 guy warming up.
Now we saw Heel go straight to Aaron Boone after his last out. Good changeup there by Morgan. Aaron Boone had a handshake, a hug. Looked like he had told Heel, proud of you. Good job. We got you. And after that long layoff, 19 days, he fares well in his first postseason start. 4 innings, 2 runs, and retired his last 4 batters. Austin Wells homered in the 2nd.
And you can see shake his head. That's what he has been doing lately, is expanding on that fastball up.
Guardians have 3 lefties in their bullpen, Ronnie. They've already used Sobrowski, saving Tim Herron. And Wells turns it around. That is a foul ball. A rocket off the bat of Austin Wells. Ooh.
That ball hooking, but you're watching Wells really get to a lot of fastballs now. He's swinging and missing in New York.
Change up coming now.
And Morgan's got a good one. See what he does. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And did he go? He did. Wells strikes out. Got him with a slider. And Morgan picks up a K in the 5th. Retires his first batter.
Well, just perfectly placed. Last one up and in, and this one right in the knees. Just enough to get the check swing. A lot of strikeouts by the Yankees hitters so far, Frenchie.
Let's say 8 strikeouts here through 4 1/3.
Number 9 hitter Alex Verdugo. Slow roller out to Jimenez. Automatic. 2 up, 2 down for Morgan. Yankees want to do all they can to force Stephen Vogt's hand in this inning. It's not that they want to see Kate Smith, but they want to make the manager go to Kate Smith earlier than he wants. And that means Gleyber Torres has to reach base here. Guessing this would be Morgan's last hitter. Torres 1 out of 2. Big cut.
You know, last night we saw Clase come in, and the big 3 were kind of held under check. Besides Soto's home run, the 3-4-5, 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts so far tonight. And again, though, they're not seeing the same pitcher. They're seeing someone new every time right now.
Saul Williams, the starter. He went 2 1/3. Sobrowski last time around. Sobrowski was excellent. Inning and 2/3. Gave up a 2-out single in the 4th inning. Struck out 3, no runs. 2 balls and a strike. Eli Morgan against Gleyber Torres.
He's got that unusual changeup that he can throw to right-handers that starts off the plate and comes back, and it's up in the strike zone, and they take it because their first glimpse of it is a ball.
It just floats.
Yeah.
2-2. Bounced it. Nice pick back there by Hedges. Well, moment of truth here for Eli Morgan. Gleyber Torres trying to get Soto to the plate here in this 5th inning. 3-2, 2 outs. Morgan deals. Fly ball, center field. Lane Thomas settles under it. And that's the inning. 3 big outs for Eli Morgan. Coverage on this beautiful Friday night in Cleveland, provided by Goodyear. Drive always discovers possibility. Goodyear, more driven. Into the bullpen goes Aaron Boone. And the unsung hero, Ronnie, from game 2, Tim Hill will get the ball with the top of the order for the Guardians coming up.
Yeah, 5 outs in that ball game. Another out in last night's game. He retired Naylor to end the 5th inning.
Stephen Kwan will lead off. He has scored both runs, just like a good leadoff hitter wants to do. Walked in the first, singled in the third, had a stolen base, and that set up a 2-out RBI single by Josh Naylor. Yankees have never trailed in this game. Oh, strike in there, 0-2. Luis Gil, 4 innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. He walked 3, struck out 3. Exits with a 3-2 lead. Kwan, bouncing ball coming in. Torres, and it's out number 1. And here comes pinch hitter David Fry, the hero from last night. Instant fan favorite, and it is not just off his dramatic home run last night. And he stings one to right field. Soto going back, and he leaps and makes the catch. Terrific play by Juan Soto. David Fry hit it like a bullet. Soto, playing deep anyway, makes a nice catch for out number 2.
Yeah, great approach, guys. Sinker away, and it's exactly what you want to do, and give Soto a lot of credit. And a nice play running up right before the warning track.
Calm, went after it, timed his leap perfectly. And a swing and a miss, Jose Ramirez. Interesting that Aaron Boone sends Hill on the mound to face this particular part of the order. And having Ramirez hit right-handed, that has been his better side. He's great from both sides, but as Frenchie told us earlier, his at-bats have just looked a little better in the postseason from the right side.
A little more patient, too. Just, you don't see him in a hurry from this side of the plate.
That's outside.
Key inning for the Yankees with Tim Hill now, trying to get through the top of this order. Similar to what Vogt did with Eli Morgan. Gave him a 3-up, 3-down 5th. 2-2 the count on Ramirez. Jake Cousins has not appeared yet, but was up and throwing last night as well. Two and two. Ramirez pulls it foul, whistled one past the bag at third. You just see it in his facial expressions. He knows, such an accomplished hitter. He knows when he's not quite right. You see his splits this year and over his career. Josh Naylor due next. 2 outs in the 5th. 3-2 Yankees. And he chased one. Foul ball. 3-2 the count.
He's seen 2 pitches now outside the zone that he's chasing. I just think you see him, you see Aaron Judge, and that both guys just trying to do too much at times, right?
And Ramirez, if it were a walk, he can steal a base. They can get it, try for another 2-out run.
Pitch number 8. Ramirez, big chopper, going to be a tough play. Runs well, no play. Ramirez with an infield hit.
Well, look, with Ramirez's speed right here, you see that was a sinker, a good sinker by Hill, but even if Jazz, with one of the better arms in baseball, barehands this, he's not throwing out Ramirez on that one.
You know, the space in front of the plate here is very hard. We've seen some balls really catapult into the air. We've seen a couple base hits bounce over the first baseman's head.
Now Ramirez had a double. Wasn't quite that significant, but it was a top spinner off the dirt in game 1 of the DS. He is a base stealer as well. Stays put. Naylor lets it fly on the first one. He had made up his mind. That pitch wasn't close. Naylor 2-out RBI single his last time up. Drove in Kwan.
1-1.
Most lefties hold runners well. Hill's one of those guys, because of how he throws, the sidearm delivery, he can get a good jump. 41 stolen bases in the regular season for Ramirez. Stays put again. Hill misses with it. 2-1 the count. Two-out infield hit. Tying run at first. And Naylor, man, did the bat hit his helmet? He fouled it off.
He's got to go from like the 7 3/8 down to the 7 1/4.
So.
I think.
Every time he swings, it looks like a yard sale behind the play.
I heard a lot of clicks on this. Let's see.
Hit the umpire, hit his back foot.
That was the click of the gear. Naylor asked for it, is granted his timeout.
Let's see if Naylor takes a little more humble approach here with 2 strikes, like he did in his last at bat.
And let's see if Ramirez is on the move. See Naylor not looking at the pitcher. That's one way hitters can kind of stall the pitcher. They don't have to be attentive until 8 seconds. Now he's in. And courtesy toss over to first base.
Naylor had a 2-out RBI in his last at bat, 44 in the regular season.
Has not homered in over a month. And Hill strikes him out. Tim Hill. That sidearm sinker ball. He gets Naylor a strikeout with a runner on. Tim Hill giving Aaron Boone some big outs here in the last 3 games. Slingshot in there. Still 3-2 Yankees. Big boys are coming up. Thank you, Lauren. Here we go to inning number 6. And it gets a little spicy now. One of the top relievers in the game, Cade Smith, is on.
1-1.
And he's got Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm. If anybody gets on, Giancarlo Stanton. The A-lane managers talk about. And Cade Smith always draws the best hitters. He's been in as early as the 3rd inning this postseason. Somewhat of a victory, I would imagine, Ronnie, for Stephen Vogt to be able to push him back to the 6th right now. He got great work from Sobrowski and Morgan.
It's just they have a difficult time centering his fastball. It's just too powerful. 69% of the time he uses that 4-seamer.
You just see Soto take that hack though and stare him down right after. I mean, this is the matchup you love.
And this young man, this is his 8th appearance in the postseason. 8 already.
All 5 in the division series. 3 out of 4 here in the championship series. The 2-1, and Soto tracks it, takes it. 3 balls and a strike now with Judge due next. And Soto draws the walk. So Cade Smith walks Juan Soto to start this 6th inning. And a man on for Judge.
They have a whole group of people who are dedicated to working with arenas and sports teams on strategies to eliminate and reduce their waste.
You know, Ronnie, they're just not going to let Juan Soto beat him.
Yeah.
I know he hit that home run in the first, but they're going to make someone else come up with a big hit.
Aaron Judge with Soto at first. Judge, a hot one on the ground, through, base hit. It's a bullet past Rocchio. Judge wasting no time, jumping on a first pitch fastball. A walk and a single. The Yankees in business here in the 6th inning.
Well, this ball just hit too hard for Rocchio to make the play. Just gets by him. He was playing where you'd want to play, but just hit too hard.
Yeah, when it's hit 112 off the bat by a grown man,
yeah,
it's by you before you can get it.
2 on, nobody out. Here's Jazz Chisholm now. Drops a bunt down. Ramirez will make the play to first. Sacrifice bunt. Both runners advance.
All right, Ronnie, what are you doing?
I mean, how many times have you? Oh, I'd go right up to Stanton here.
Yeah,
I would. Very interesting. Very few times do you have your cleanup hitter bunting, but you know it's the postseason.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful bunt by Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, couldn't have laid it out there any better. Give him a sacrifice. Don't charge him an at bat. Here is Stanton now. Infield in. Stanton had his knees buckled. Takes a fastball. Looked a little jumpy there. Another world-class matchup here. Power against power. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
You go right back up there.
Yeah, can you throw it any higher? Right?
One and two the count. Soto at third. Judge at second. Stanton, a high fly ball deep into left field, up into the bleachers. Giancarlo Stanton connects. A 3-run blast. What a big spot for Stanton to come through. 6-2 Yankees. And Stanton's magical postseason continues.
You just said, can you go higher?
That's right.
And he threw it right down the middle. We talk about it. There are holes in Stanton's swing. There's no doubt. Ways you can get him out. But when you miss, he can make you pay almost more than anybody in the game.
You fight so hard to get ahead of him, which he did. And on a 1-2 count, he threw one over the plate.
Towering home run by Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton with his 9th hit this postseason. 4 of them home runs. And the clutch factor is high.
He is the man.
Postseason Stanton is the real deal. 6-2 Yankees here in Game 4. Relievers, Cade Smith and Emmanuel Clase, the two guys that don't give up anything. And Giancarlo Stanton centered up on a fastball and knocks it out of here for a 3-run home run. Smith is out. Herron is in to face Rizzo. Boy, and this place got quiet quick with Stanton's homer.
I mean, that just wasn't Smith's inning. If you think about it, with the walk, a bullet to Judge, the bunt to move them over, and then the 3-run homer from Stanton.
Look, you said it, and I agreed with it. You saw the 0-1 swing way up, and he went after it. And you saw Hedges starting to stand up. He wanted that ball way up, and when you saw him have to go back down or stand, he didn't miss it.
You think about his home runs this postseason. Stanton had that clutch 8th inning home run against Kansas City in Game 3. Had the clutch go-ahead home run last night. And he gives him a little breathing room here tonight in the 6th as Rizzo strikes out. And Herron picks up out number 2.
That was the 3rd time in this series that Smith has faced Judge. The 3rd time in this series that he's faced Stanton. Those numbers are for real when a reliever has to face these hitters over and over with really a 2-pitch mix.
Yeah.
We see it every year in the postseason. There's a line shot. Anthony Volpe, for the first time this entire postseason, swings at the first pitch. And he delivers a base hit to right.
I guess if you're going to save it up, right, you got to make it count. Amazing he hadn't swung at a first pitch yet. And here he got a fastball down and lined it to right field. Nice piece of hitting.
This is the 8th game for the Yankees in the playoffs. He's been a patient hitter, been drawing a lot of walks, but aggressive that time, and that gets Wells to the plate, takes a strike.
Could see Volpe try to steal here.
Yankees have touched off 3 home runs in this game. Soto in the first, 2-run shot. Wells solo shot in the second. And Giancarlo Stanton, a 3-run blast here in the 6th, up into the bleachers and left.
Stanton's 3rd home run of the series.
Yeah. Now you said it. You know, we saw Luke Weaver the 3rd time last night, cracking the armor. Tonight, Cade Smith, and you said these hitters are too good. You keep facing them, they're going to get you.
Up the middle, Rocchio is there. He'll go to the bag, and that will end the inning. But damage done. Giancarlo Stanton continues to shine in the postseason. Stanton with a 3-run shot. 6-2 Yankees. Guardians coming up, bottom 6.
For MLB on TBS postseason is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Yankees with 3 big home runs tonight. They have hit 8 home runs in the 4 games of this championship series. Stanton just unleashed once again, his 3rd of this ALCS. And Ronnie, now it's Jake Cousins out of the Yankees bullpen with a 6-2 lead.
Well, he had a strong year this year, but he had an injury at the end of the year, so he hasn't pitched on the mound in quite some time.
A lot of sliders from Jake Cousins. He's got a good one when he's right. And his first pitch is a slider. It's in there for a strike on Lane Thomas.
He did get 1 out in Game 2 of the ALDS to Cousins, but no steady work in quite some time.
0-2 the count. Luis Gil started 4 innings. Tim Hill picked him up in the 5th. Hill gave up an infield hit, but then got Naylor. Impressive once again. Yankees middle relief has been good for him.
Hill's gotten 9 outs in the last 3 games.
After he struggled in Game 1. Lane Thomas, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's the lead man in the 6th. And Thomas, little soft liner out to Torres for out number 1. MLB Together is baseball's platform, embodying the sport's commitment to philanthropic causes and mental wellness. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. Yankees lead 6-2 here in Game 4. They're up 2-1 in this best-of-7 series. Will Brennan will get the at-bat here. He's in for Daniel Schneemann, and will likely stay in to play right field.
Unusual call, right?
It's got to be a matchup thing. I mean, I know they're both lefties, but somewhere in those numbers, Ronnie, it tells you.
Brennan likes the ball down and in because of the good slider from Cousins.
I will tell you this, Cousins had a great year, but I think the great thing for Aaron Boone and them right now is you've given some of these relievers maybe in the middle part that haven't pitched yet a little bit of cushion now. They're not coming in a 3-2 ball game.
Yankees offense managing this game, navigating this game with the pitching staff a little more palpable for Aaron Boone. Stanton is roaring this postseason. Go-ahead homer last night. 3-run insurance homer here tonight.
1-1.
Cantillo, who struggled in game 1, he is up and throwing. One of the 3 left-handers that Vogt has.
Will, you good?
And that's Mesa, who was throwing a couple of innings ago. He and Hill were on the mound together, loosening up. Game 5 tomorrow night. This is this window of 3 in a row. You start to navigate the bullpens a little bit differently. You manage it a little bit differently. It's one of the reasons why we're seeing the lopsided scores over in the National League. You know, you get down, you're not using the same kind of relievers you would if you're up or in a tie game. Hasn't been quite like that in this series.
Well,
it's hard to envision a scenario where Aaron Boone doesn't use Holmes, Canely, or Weaver, but he sure would like to not use them if they can score enough runs.
Right.
4-run cushion now.
And a swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. Brennan strikes out. Cousins has come on, retired the first 2 hitters.
Gets right on the side of that breaking ball, and you can see it just idle and then take a left turn late.
Andres Jimenez. Cousins has battled a lot of injuries. When he's been healthy, he has been dominant. Had 3 years with Milwaukee in his first year as a Yankee. Jimenez hits that one sharply back up the middle. Andres Jimenez got a 2-out hit. Extends the inning. Now Stephen Vogt with Austin Hedges coming up. They go to the bench here. Good piece of hitting here by Jimenez. Got one he can handle.
Rushed that right through the box. Cousins upset because he thought he could catch it, but that ball was hit right on the nose.
There was something on it. All right, so Jimenez will allow his manager to send up a pinch hitter here. Bo Naylor is going to get the at-bat in this 6th inning. He'll stand to catch. He will hit for Hedges.
Big hit by Bo in last night's game.
Those Guardians catchers had not had a hit the entire postseason until last night, and both Hedges, the starter, and then Naylor, who came on later in the game, each had a hit. And Naylor set up the David Fry dramatics. So Naylor at the plate. Jimenez, great speed at first base.
Like we've seen all postseason for Stephen Vogt, unloading that bench.
Cousins doing all he can to keep this crowd quiet. Stanton hit a silencer last inning, a 3-run home run.
Stephen Vogt just looking for the righty-lefty matchup for Naylor. He's never faced Cousins.
Cousins, a big strikeout pitcher. Averaged nearly 13 Ks per 9 innings. That's a massive number. Ask if he went able to check his swing.
And that's that pitch right there. He throws a sinker for show, but 47 Ks out of 53 on that slider that you just saw. There are better ones in baseball.
2 balls and a strike to count. Ooh, almost hit him. Straightened him up with a fastball.
Looked like he was trying to throw that 2-seamer that comes back over the plate, but it never did.
It looked like Naylor was trying to go full Buttermaker and take one for the team right there. A swing and a miss. 3-2 the count. There's that padding, trying to lead that elbow in a little bit.
And just chased ball 4 from Cousins there.
Brian Rocchio next. 3-2, 2 outs. Jimenez will get a head start. There he goes. Naylor strikes out. Jake Cousins puts up a 0. Another shutdown inning for the Yankees. Couple of Ks for Jake Cousins. 6-2 New York. We go to the 7th in Game 4. Here, drive always discovers possibility. Goodyear, more driven. Great ballpark here. Progressive Field, home of the Guardians. And they've had a packed house for all their playoff games. Changes defensively. Will Brennan will stay in the game. He'll play right field. Bo Naylor comes in to catch. And the new pitcher, Joey Cantillo. Cantillo had his struggles in New York at Yankee Stadium. And gets another chance here in Game 4.
Yeah, look at the rebound from that Game 1. 3 walks, got 1 out. Some wild pitches as well.
Alex Verdugo, the number 9 hitter. Then to the top of the order, Torres, then Soto. Yankees have used the long ball tonight. The Bronx Bombers showing up in a big way late in Game 3 yesterday, 8th inning on, and then the 3 home runs tonight. Stanton just on another level, his 15th postseason home run in his first 35 games. That's a strike to Verdugo. And Verdugo draws the walk. Eligible Capital One Rewards card holders, you can redeem your rewards for tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Leadoff walk. Here is Gleyber Torres back to the top of the order. 4th time around for Torres. Cantillo just having a tough time finding the strike zone right now. Torres on the ground. Rocchio's got it. Throw to second. Out. Throw to first. Out. Oh my. What a double play. Couple of wizards at the Keystone. Rocchio to Jimenez. And then out of Jimenez's glove in a flash here.
You're not going to find much better than this. Look how quick Jimenez is to get rid of that ball. You take your time at all. And this is going in the hole. Look, Torres hitting a slow runner. I mean, gets that ball right out of his hand. Beautiful throw. Look, since 2022.
I mean, Rocchio had a little trouble getting out of his glove, but once it got to Jimenez, big arm.
Tip your hat, Stephen Vogt.
Yeah, since 2022, guys, 59 defensive runs saved for Jimenez, best in all of baseball.
Yep. He's the top guy, Gold Glover, Platinum Glove Award winner, given to the best defender among the Gold Gloves. And those 2 are Gold Glove finalists this year, along with Ramirez. They've got a tight infield, those 3. And Naylor doesn't have much range, but he picks everything.
Ball 2, pick up.
2 balls and a strike on Soto.
No one needed a double play more than the young Cantillo.
Well, it's a cliche because it's true. Pitcher's best friend. From Oahu, Cantillo. And the 2-1 swing at him is Soto. Corkscrewing at the plate. Big hack. 2-2 the count.
He's trying to hit that ball in the Ohio River.
Good slider from Cantillo.
2-2. And a called strike 3. Cantillo. What a comeback. Got him on a changeup. Puts up a 0, giving these fans some life. Yankees lead 6-2. Stretch time in Game 4. The 2024 American League Championship Series is presented by Loan Depot. Progressive Field, Brian Anderson with Jeff Francoeur and Ron Darling. The Yankees have this game set up just the way they want it, fellas.
You know, they're going through an interesting thing here with Jake Cousins pushing him to the second inning. They're really trying to get to a point where they don't have to use their circle of trust guys, and maybe Cousins and others can fill the rest of this game. But only a 4-run lead, not a big lead.
Well, and the reason they have that lead, Giancarlo Stanton, 3rd home run just alone in this CS. He, of course, had the big one that put him up 3-2 in the DS to get him into it in Game 4 in Kansas City. He has been unbelievable.
He's got 4 homers, 9 RBIs now this postseason.
You know, guys, you hear a lot of people talk about don't change, right? When you get to the postseason, be who you are. That's what your team is. Just this series, 20 walks for the Yankees and 8 home runs. Just in 4 games here. They led all of baseball in home runs and all of baseball in walks, and they're doing it in the playoffs.
That's what they do. It feels like traffic every inning. And I think most impressively is the home runs and the big hits off the best relievers in the game. Cade Smith, Emmanuel Clase, Hunter Gaddis. These are the guys that the Guardians relied on heavily all season. Cousins misfires to Rocchio. 3 balls and a strike. Aaron Boone trying to get multiple innings here out of Jake Cousins. Cousins a scoreless 6th inning following the Stanton 3-run homer. Had a couple of Ks. Rocchio taking all the way. He walked him on a breaking ball. Wow. Rocchio is aboard to start the 7th inning. Hey, wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. You can check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, tees, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team's postseason gear. Clay Holmes preparing in the bullpen for the Yankees.
Cousins would love to have the pitch back. 3-1 slider to the 9th place hitter.
And you know what? Rocchio, give him credit. He saw Bo Naylor swing at that pitch, which was the ball. He did a good job of taking that pitch.
Twice tonight, the Guardians have had their leadoff hitter reach base. They have both scored. This is the 3rd time a lead man is on. Cousins comes right back. Gets ahead 0-2. Stephen Kwan reached in the 1st on a walk, scored the run. Singled in the 3rd to start it. Stole a base, scored another run.
I will tell you what, if we've learned one thing from last night, there's still 9 outs for this Guardians team, and Stephen Vogt continues to preach. And you might hear it right, you might say it's redundant. But when they get punched, they usually punch back, at least make it a game.
That's what he said. They're at their best when their backs up against the wall, and they're certainly feeling that wall right now. Yankees up 2-1 in this series. Yankees have had a great response after a gut punch loss last night. And it came right out of the gates with Juan Soto. 2-run home run in the 1st inning. And they've kept the pressure on. Yankees have not trailed in this Game 4. 1-2 the count to Kwan. Runner at 1st. And Kwan, line drive, down, base hit. Rocchio on his way to third. Stephen Kwan. He's got a single on base for the third time. And the Guardians getting something going here in the 7th.
What a beautiful piece of hit. 2 strikes, he's able to work it back. And there's that slider right here and just kind of loops it into right field. And I know this, David Fry's coming up. You think Clay Holmes wants in this ball game right now after last night?
Jeez.
Rocchio read it well, off to the races. Goes first to third with ease. Aaron Boone makes the slow walk to the mound. He is going to go to the bullpen, and Clay Holmes. And a rematch of last night's dramatic moment is ahead of us. First and third for the Guardians. Nobody out in the 7th.
Presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Things get interesting now. Clay Holmes is in the game. Securing the win is presented by Simply Safe Home Security. This postseason, Clay Holmes almost unstoppable until last night. Gave up the home run in the 10th inning to the man he will face to start this 7th inning for his outing. And Frenchie, what a moment it was in Game 3.
Yep, it was a 1-2 sinker that just did not move for Clay Holmes. And David Fry, second huge home run for the Guardians. And remember, guys, real quick, both his home runs have come when he's come off the bench, not started a game. Of course, he batted for Manzardo last time up.
Becoming the 3rd Guardian to hit a walk-off home run in the postseason. First ball swinging. Fry cuts and misses.
Holmes had never given up a run in the postseason until that 2-run home run last night. He'll trade a run for a double play here, won't he?
Wonder if Kwan is going to be on the move here. Very fast runner at first. Stays put, and Fry takes a ball. Aaron Boone showing great confidence in Holmes, not letting one game determine what happens the following game. Right back on the horse goes Holmes.
And one of the best sinkers in baseball when it's down.
The ground ball pitcher. 6-2 Yankees. Fry takes a ball. 2-1. So far, Kwan has not showed that he has wanted to run. Tying run still on deck. But a walk and a single to start the inning against Cousins. Holmes deals. Fry takes a strike.
Good pitch there to get back on the count by Holmes.
Holmes' scoreless streak ended at 15 in the 3rd innings. Postseason scoreless streak. 2-2 the count. And a called strike 3. Got the high strike. That big breaking ball from Holmes. And Fry an about face. Big out for Clay Holmes.
Well, once he got behind, he was not going to be beaten by that high sinker. Went to a slider, and there a bigger slider, or curveball maybe even for Holmes.
It's one of those that's so far up and has break that it's tough for Fry. Look, when you're facing 97 sink, it is so tough to pull the trigger on that pitch. And I'll tell you, if Jose Ramirez has ever wanted to have a huge AB to get this crowd and this team back in it, this is his opportunity right here.
You're on it. Big spot. Ramirez with 2 on. First ball swinging. Fouls it away. And again, Kwan staying put at first base. Still just 1 out. Double play is set up for the Yankees here. No balls and a strike. Here he comes. Ramirez, a swing and a miss. Well, I think he clocked. Did he get the umpire, Chris Siegel, or Wells on the follow through? Massive follow through swing with Ramirez. We got someone back there. Oh yeah, Siegel.
Umpire.
Never seen that.
0-2 the count.
Neither have I, Ronnie.
Checks a swing.
Man, you see it catch the get the catcher sometime.
One and two. Kwon started, then stopped. He can't get a read off Clay Holmes, or he is trying to just keep his attention. I'm not sure which.
Or keeping the hole open, because Ramirez is rolling a lot of balls into that hole. He also had a couple of injuries this season and one late, but he's still earlier in the game.
A back injury for Kwon. Stays put. Ramirez lays off. Nice block back there by Wells. It's so impressive. He is a wall back there behind the plate. Austin Wells down on a knee.
What a great at bat by Ramirez, too, to work this thing 0-2 back to 3-2. Now see if he can be patient and let it come to him.
Had a good rip and a fastball. Count stays at 3-2. Ramirez with an infield hit his last time up, just 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That was his first hit of the division series in the first inning. Guardians scored 5 runs in their very first inning this postseason against Detroit. Do it again. Another payoff. Ramirez on the ground. It's fair. Into the corner it goes. Rocchio scores. Kwon will be stopped at third. Jose Ramirez, an RBI double, and it is 6-3 Yankees now.
I mean, you talk about right inside the bag. And look how hard that ball is. You talked about it earlier. When it hits the ground in front of the plate, it is shooting. And it was so quick that Rizzo just couldn't get to it.
Had so much topspin on it as well. Here's the big hit.
Yeah.
They need one more, though.
You saw the numbers, Ronnie. He was 1 for 8 this postseason. This is a guy who hit .326 with runners in scoring position during the regular season. One of the best in the business. He'd been waiting for a moment like that.
That double for Jose Ramirez is his 10th. It is a postseason record, franchise history, new Cleveland record. At number 9 last night, tying his first base coach, and now he has passed him. And it comes in a big spot. Not only does it drive in a run, it brings the tying run to the plate and a power hitter. And I think Stephen Bowden wants an explanation here. Visit to the mound.
Is it the number of visits?
He's wanting to know, right? So he can keep track?
Yes. See the umpire talking to Wells now. There you go.
1 left. Activity in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. just added to the roster today for the injured Ian Hamilton. Mays is still throwing, but the game is right here with Holmes and Josh Naylor. Takes the first one.
But Naylor didn't swing at that and showed some patience as a win.
And look, you'd love the big hit here. At the same time, even a ground ball to get this thing to 6-4. You see the bullpen. Still a lot of outs left in this game.
Naylor, big power hitter. 31 homers during the regular year. Swing and a line shot, right center, down to the wall. 2 runs will score. Josh Naylor lumbering to second base with a double. It's a 1-run game.
They got a sinker out over the plate. Look where that one was, Ronnie. Up in the zone again. He's missed on quite a few down. You feel like he might have tried to overcorrect, and Naylor did not miss that bit.
What a game for Naylor. Drove one in earlier with a little poke to left field. And now just a bullet to right center. Back-to-back doubles. Trade places with him. And it's 6-5.
Ramirez and Naylor. They're 2 triple-digit RBI men this year. Come through here in the 7th inning. Tying run at second. Lane Thomas, first pitch swinger. Takes the first one. Takes a ball. Well, now Clay Holmes is going through it these last 2 games. 15 1/3 scoreless innings in the playoffs. But he's given it up the last 2 frames. 10th inning last night. 7th inning tonight. 2 balls, no strikes.
As much damage as Thomas has done this postseason, too, one thing we've been very impressed with is his plate discipline, his ability to let the ball come to him. We saw it by him working an 0-2 back to a full count last night against Weaver in the ninth.
2-0. Thomas takes ball 3. Not even close.
Again, I put the green light on this 3-0 count. Remember, Thomas likes the ball down. He likes the fastball.
Drove in 9 in the division series. Had 2 homers. Big ones. Takes and takes a strike. Buried that fastball on the outside corner at the knees. Great pitch by Holmes. Needed it.
He was ready to go, but that was a good take because that ball is getting hit right into the ground.
That's right. Will Brennan due next? Will be his second at bat. Hitters count for Lane Thomas, and he takes ball 4. The line moves for the Guardians. Another patient at bat by Lane Thomas, his second walk. First and second with 1 away, and Aaron Boone has to go get the ball from Clay Holmes. And he's calling for the right-hander, Mark Leiter Jr. Just added to the roster today, and he is about to step into a hornet's nest. The Guardians come off the deck. Holmes records 1 out. 3 runs are in. Back-to-back doubles producing those runs. Jose Ramirez and Josh Naylor. 6-5 Yankees. Guardians threatening. Story is here in Ohio. There's the leg lamp. Fragile. And the big Christmas last night. A hit that's going to change his life here in Cleveland. 2-run game-tying home run in the 9th inning. Guardians would go on to win on that walk-off by David Fry. And guess who's coming up here? He's back. And there's more of them. They're growing.
That's right.
John Kenzie Noel will be called upon to hit for Stephen Vogt. And it is Mark Leiter Jr. on the mound for the Yankees running.
This is so interesting because Mark Leiter Jr. handles left-handers. He's got a great split finger, but he had a tough year, challenging year against right-handed hitters. So Brennan was coming up from the left side. He's replaced by Noel.
He's the 3rd player used in this spot in the batting order. Tying run at second base. Go ahead, run at first. Noel at the plate. Takes a first pitch for a ball. Missed with a breaking ball. Leiter started his year with the Cubs. 39 games with Chicago. Traded by the Cubs to the Yankees at the trade deadline into July. Lands the curveball that time.
Made a great point, Ronnie. Versus righties as a Yankee, 278 with a 924 OPS.
Noel left field, that is hooking. It is deep. It is going to be caught at the wall. Verdugo runs it down. Slightly off the end of the bat. It had a ton of hook on it, and Verdugo able to run it down at the wall. Just missed it by a click on the bat.
Yeah, 90 off the bat, exit velocity. You can see here, boy, he did a good job waiting on it. Just got it off the end, and that's kind of Leiter's pitch, right? He's not going to light up the radar gun, but he's going to try to keep you off balance.
It was a heck of a running catch by Verdugo. He went a long way for that one.
1-1.
Andres Jimenez now. Yankees have never trailed in this game. Guardians have covered the 3-run homer by Stanton, which came in the 6th, scoring 3 here in the 7th, but they have not been able to tie it or grab the lead. Naylor, slow runner at second. Thomas, fast runner at first. Curveball strike and a dandy by Leiter. It had the flight, didn't quite have the sound. And Verdugo, right in front of that 21-foot wall, makes a catch. 1-2 on Jimenez.
35,000 hearts stopped here.
Yes, they did. I'm bigger than Aaron Boone in that Yankees dugout.
Tell you what, he may give Mark Leiter the biggest hug he's ever gotten if he gets out of this. Stepping into the fire here, Leiter deals in the dirt, and Wells makes a great play on that. It knocked the pitch comm unit off his shin guard.
All the way to the back. Look at that.
I wonder if it's still functioning. That's the keypad that the catchers punch in right there on his right knee. Boom. Textbook. Wells has been impressive. So impressive. Punch in that keypad. Signal goes to the pitcher. Now he's got the pitch he wants. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Jimenez strikes out Mark Leiter Jr. A nasty splitter. Serious guts from Mark Leiter Jr. Wow. That is impressive, man. He is pumping with adrenaline. Couple of doubles for the Guardians. They are back in it. Ramirez and Naylor deliver 3 runs in the 7th. It's 6-5 Yankees. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org. Follow Playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. That was some effort by Mark Leiter Jr. coming into a difficult spot. Jhonkensy Noel got one slightly off the end of the bat. And a long fly ball out. Big K of Jimenez to end it. Guardians get 3, though. It's a brand new game here. It's tight once again. 6-5. Hunter Gaddis on the mound.
Another one of their big arms, 4 horsemen in the bullpen for the Guardians.
Aaron Judge, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes on Judge. Crowded him. Judge able to foul it off. Gaddis came on in the 8th inning last night. Got the first 2 out, then walked Soto. Brought Clase in to face Judge, and he tied the game. And Naylor throwing that around the horn. Customary for a catcher after a strikeout. Problem is that was a ball. And now some apologies for Chris Siegel.
It was there, though.
Oof, it was a nasty changeup. Judge got a break. And the 1-2, and now Judge, a foul ball out of play. It's an unusual changeup, Ronnie. Gaddis throws that comeback changeup, and it's about 15 to 18 miles an hour off his fastball. It's an incredible range to cover with velocity. The 1-2, bounced it.
It's tough, I would imagine, to umpire with Judge back there too, though, because of his size on that bottom. Told you, Lauren Jabaro was talking to him today, and I went up and said hi. You just forget how big Judge really is.
Made you look small.
Made the room look small.
2-2. Stays alive. Jazz Chisholm due next. Elevated into that cleanup spot. And then Stanton. Aaron Boone had to go get the ball from Clay Holmes. Holmes struggled again today, but a huge pick-me-up by Mark Leiter Jr. Gaddis 2-2 on Judge. And he got him. Gaddis strikes him out. Got him with a slider. Out number 1 here in the 8th.
A real mixed bag for Gaddis when he's out there. He's got a lot of different pitches. Slider, this one caught a little more of the middle of the plate, but had enough speed differential to have Judge out in front. Good changeup and enough on his fastball.
Making a whole new crop of fans here. Guard ball. Gaddis facing Chisholm now. He fouls the first pitch away. Chisholm laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt in the 6th that set up the inning. Stanton homered the very next batter. And at the time it made it 6-2. Oh, strike in there. You just give up on that changeup. It's so effective to lefties too.
It's unique. It's not like any other one. It doesn't have any really downward angle. It's just soft and it kind of just moves back.
Naylor punching in the signs. Couple of shakeoffs from Gaddis. And the 0-2 swung on and missed. He went back to his bread and butter. Back-to-back strikeouts. Changeups on point here in Game 4 for Hunter Gaddis.
I mean, just that grip alone. Great motion from a big right-hander. Way out in front was Chisholm.
And now it's Stanton. Stanton now with 9 RBIs this postseason. After his 3-run homer in the 6th. Takes a strike.
With Stanton, when you're pitching against him, you have to fire a fastball inside every once in a while to keep him honest. Can't just live outside.
0-2. Wow. Hunter Gaddis, a little redemption in the 8th. 3 up, 3 down. Strikes out Judge, Chisholm, and Stanton. Still a 1-run game. Yankees bottom of the 8th inning. Bo Naylor leads off, takes the first one from Mark Leiter Jr. Off we go, bottom of the 8th inning. Guardians got 3 in the 7th. Made it a 1-run game. Leiter comes on, strands 2. Cleaned up the inning for Clay Holmes. Naylor, line drive, down fair, into the corner it goes. Bo Naylor into second base with a double.
First pitch breaking ball for a ball, comes back with that pitch. And difference, Noel was a righty. This is into the lefty right here, right into where he wanted it.
It's almost like he taught Bo how to hit that pitch with the first one he threw. Golf clap from the brother.
Good night for the brothers.
Yeah, wow.
Josh 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Bo with a double. Leads off the 8th inning. Number 9 hitter, Brian Rocchio.
You know, I know they're playing for the bunt, and I get getting him over right here. He's been so hot. I'd be honest, Ronnie, I trust him that he's going to hit one over. Look how far Rizzo's in. Rizzo's almost in the picture.
Let's swing the bat.
Just daring him to swing.
If he swings and hits a line drive at
Rizzo gets back up, though.
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying. He is.
He's one of the best I've ever seen at the throw to third on a bunt like that. If he thinks he's got it out, left-handed thrower. He creeps in. The 1-0 and a swing. What's going through Rizzo's mind right there when he sees
He ain't backing up. He
unleashed?
keeps coming farther in, and like it's to Stephen Vogt's defense. I think you trust one of your hottest hitters right here.
How distracting for the hitter, you wonder. Leiter deals. Rocchio takes a ball. I mean, Rizzo is in full motion on the grass at first. He starts back. He creeps in. He's staring at that Guardians dugout to see if he can pick something up. Now he backs up. Almost like he's got their signs. Rocchio on the ground on his way to third base. Goes Naylor. And the out at first. Productive out for Brian Rocchio. Good job by Bo Naylor. He was off with a crack of the bat. He makes it to third with one out. 2024 postseason on TBS. Brought to you by Loan Depot, where home means everything. Matt Blake on his way to the mound. Rocchio gets high fives.
Rocchio might be getting high fives, but this is Bo Naylor right here.
That's right.
His ability to read that this ball's off the end of the bat. We saw him last night force the issue and go to third on that ball with one out. This time he got over there.
I just find these postseason guys just so unique. A guy that couldn't make your roster is now on the roster because of an injury, and he's pitching in one of the most crucial moments you've had in the postseason.
Very similar to Pedro Avila for the Guardians the last few days. Let's send it down to Lauren Jabara.
I talked to Josh Naylor earlier about what it's like to play with his younger brother. He said obviously it's a special bond growing up together. We're both living out our dreams. But one of the biggest things for Josh is watching how Bo has matured and grown in his baseball game and mentality throughout the last year. He said it's been so special to watch and so much fun to be a part of. He's just so proud of Bo and the player in person that he's become.
Quite a story, Lauren, to have these two brothers on the same team. And now Bo at third base, 90 feet away, the tying run. Stephen Kwan takes a strike.
For the Guardians, you got the right guy up right now. A contact guy that lets it get deep. 2 for 5 this postseason with runners in scoring position.
3 runs scored for Kwan tonight. He looks so poised and in control at the plate. Base Camp presented by T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. Tying run at third base. Leiter deals. Kwan takes a ball. 2-1.
Leiter is not overpowering. It's an assortment of breaking balls, cutters, and that big fork ball that he uses split finger against the left-handed hitter.
Naylor will be alert for a wild pitch. 2-1. Kwan pops it up. That big curveball by Leiter. And he gets a key out. Kwan is out, number 2. Naylor still at third base. And look who's coming up once again. David Fry has found himself in the sweet spot in so many games.
We saw Clay Holmes give up some runs. We saw Luke Weaver. This is Aaron Boone right here. As you said, trusting a guy, just a different look.
There you go.
Saying they've seen the same look. They've had success. So I'm giving this guy an opportunity. And Boone's rolling with it.
Fry's third at bat. Lined out. Struck out with men on last time up. Fry right off the end of the bat. Leiter knocks it down, kicks it, trying to recover, does so. And it gets by Rizzo. The game is tied. Fry to second base. On a little squibber, the Guardians have tied it in the 8th.
when he couldn't field it cleanly. What happened here is he gets so close to Rizzo that Rizzo couldn't pick up the ball, and it almost came out like a changeup instead of a toss. Never got there, and right between the legs of Rizzo.
Almost get the feeling. Watch this right here. Does he have a chance to pick it up and almost stop and just tag him? I know your momentum's taking you, but I feel like if you would have just stopped, you might have had. That's such a tough play for a pitcher.
So score that as an infield hit, an RBI, and an error. The error gets Fry to second, base open at first, and they're going to intentionally walk Jose Ramirez here. And now there's some concern about Josh Naylor. Remember, that clock starts to get to the plate. Stephen Vogt jumped out of the dugout and alerted Chris Siegel that he needed some medical attention, whatever it was. But now the stage is set. Bo Naylor scores the tying run. Josh Naylor at the plate with 2 on. And this is going to be a last at-bat win for someone now. Fry and Ramirez aboard. First pitch, Naylor swings and misses. Big cut on a big curve. This Guardians team, they put the ball in play. Naylor scooting up in the box. Naylor takes a strike.
You don't see that very often. That's to get up there to take the breaking ball away or the split finger away, and he got a fastball.
Yeah, you almost got to, though, right? You got to sell out on that and trust that you can foul off the fastball.
He's back in the box now. Back in his normal spot. 0-2 the count. Leiter deals in the dirt. Wells just smothers it once again. A splitter in the dirt by Leiter.
It's the proper pitch. He's trying to throw a pitch that Naylor cannot put in play. Trying to get the strikeout here.
Yankees are asking a lot out of Mark Leiter Jr. Just added to the roster today. Game is tied at 6. Naylor takes a ball. Splitter down. Confidently takes that too. He does not look comfortable though. He's been wincing quite a bit.
Yeah. He was touching his right knee, but I'm not sure what is hurting him. Fastball inside is the pitch. I don't know if Leiter will throw it after all the slow stuff.
2-2. And he got him. Leiter with a splitter gets the strikeout. Could not handle a little comebacker. And the Guardians score on an infield hit right off the end of the bat, right between the legs of Rizzo on the flip. Brand new game here in game 4. It's 6-6. Yes, it's presented by Loan Depot. Emmanuel Clase, the big closer, back on the bump after giving up a couple of big homers last night. And he takes over in a 6-6 game now. Top of the 9th inning. Anthony Rizzo, Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells coming up.
Well, this is a game, always a game of redemption, right? Chance for Clase here, but a chance for Rizzo to continue to hit the way he's been hitting since he came back from the injury.
He's had a hit tonight. He's 1 for 3. Rizzo, opposite field, base hit. Anthony Rizzo with a leadoff single.
I wonder if they'll run John Birdie here.
You got to, right?
Yeah, good call. Birdie's coming out. It's so impressive what Rizzo's doing here. Broke his bat too. He saw a little splinter pop off of that handle. And Rizzo just shoves one into the opposite field.
And I'm guessing that's a pitch, right? With, you know, a batter's got a bad hand like that.
Yeah.
You got to pound that cutter in, right?
He did, but he got the base hit.
Birdie, the pinch runner, he can fly.
Rizzo, courageous. Birdie led the National League in stolen bases.
Yeah, 2 years ago he stole 41. Anthony Volpe. Is he up there to bunt? He's not, and he takes a strike. Let's talk a little bit about Class A getting back on the horse now. So after the first opportunity in the division series in a scoreless game, gave up the 3-run home run to Kerry Carpenter. He came back and he was lights out the rest of that division series. Had 2 multi-inning saves. That's a liner into center field, a base hit. Birdie will turn and burn. He'll go to third. Anthony Volpe, a single to center field. And the Yankees have figured out Emmanuel Clase. They got him last night, and the first 2 have reached here tonight.
Well, Volpe's seen 3 pitches on his last 2 at-bats to produce 2 hits.
Just something to keep an eye on, too, guys. All these pitches from Clase are 98 right now. We're used to seeing 100 and 101 with the cutters. And don't get me wrong, 98 is still gas, but that 2 to 3 mile-per-hour difference in extra cut can make a huge difference.
Some discussion in that dugout, I think. But it's going to be Wells. Not sure what the talk was. Second, make it first and third, and Clase misses. 97 with that one. It's down. You're right, Frenchie.
Big time.
Outfield arms are good all the way around. Quan, one of the better throwers, more accurate throwers in the game. Led the AL in assists. Noel's got a cannon in right. The 1-0, and runner goes, throw through the tag. He's safe. An incredible tag by Rocchio. He thinks he got him.
Rocchio thinks he got him on the foot. And he did not.
Greg Albertez said no challenge. Safe as a call. What a clutch stolen base right there by Anthony Volpe. And Volpe looks a little shaken up. Yeah, he kind of belly flopped. Arms got stuck under him.
Hit the leg also of Rocchio.
Yeah. The throw took Rocchio
That's right.
in there, and you can see the right leg of Volpe hits him going by.
Elbows went down. Base cam presented by T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. Big stolen base. Volpe with a second hit. Swipe second. 2 runners in scoring position. Now, he did get him on the foot, but the hand was in there. And no challenge by the Guardians. Austin Wells dropped down in the order tonight to the number 8 position. He's homered already. In a big spot right now in the 9th. 2-1. Triple-digit fastball, the cut fastball by Clase.
Outfielders in center and left, very shallow.
Birdie, good speed at third base. Volpe can run at second. A strike, 2-2 the count.
2 in a row, BA, now at 100. And I'm just telling you, as a hitter, 97, 98 to 100, it's a huge difference. It is.
And it's a cutter. Moves in on the left-handed hitters. 2-2, swung on and missed. Clase strikes out Austin Wells. Out number 1 here in the 9th inning.
I mean, pitched with anger, didn't he, Clase, in this at bat?
Right by him. 1 away. Here is Alex Verdugo. Verdugo off the handle. This is going to score a run, and Rocchio mishandles it. The Yankees take the lead here, 7-6. Verdugo just put it in play, got jammed, and the Guardians don't get it out anywhere.
Well, great job for Verdugo here. You're not looking to get deep in a count. You want to get something you could handle. Obviously, sold off, but He just missed it.
Yeah, birdie running on contact. Sometimes when you get sawed off like that, there's a little spin on that baseball, but Rocchio's got to make that play.
E6, give Verdugo the RBI, gives the Yankees the lead. First and third now, top of the order. Gleyber Torres takes ball one.
Soto and the gang looming.
That's why that not getting that out was huge right now.
Guardians get a run to tie it on an infield hit. A little squibber off the end of the bat by Fry. Yankees regain the lead on a little squibber off the bat of Verdugo. Scored as an E6. The 1-1. Torres late on it, fouls it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Clase's got to be wondering what is going on with him. So dominant all year. Didn't pitch in the first 2 games. Came on last night with a 2-run lead in the 8th. Gave up a 2-run home run to Judge, and then the next hitter, Stanton, gave the Yankees the lead in the 8th. Torres, line drive, base hit, coming in to score. The Yankees are up 2.
Telling you guys, the unsung hero, Gleyber Torres, just continues not to hit the home run, but to give big ABs. We talk about when you're facing Clase, right-handers have a better chance to see something out over the plate, and that's what he got. That pitch, if it's up in the zone, is probably a swing and a miss. But when it's down, you give a good hitter a chance.
You know, I saw Clase pitch a lot this summer, and he threw more cutters inside the righties than he's doing right now, keeping them honest inside. Everything is just away. But you have to give credit to the bottom of that Yankees lineup. We spend all our time, right, talking about Soto and Judge and Stanton, and we should. But that bottom of that order produced.
Rizzo started it with a single. Volpe with a single. Stole a base. Then Verdugo reaches on the air. Gleyber Torres adds to the Yankee lead, now 8-6. Oswaldo Cabrera will be the pinch runner for Torres here.
He might go to first, birdie to second.
And now here's Juan Soto.
This will be some kind of battle here.
Yeah. The class of pitchers the Yankees are doing this against right now. Bounces in. Naylor able to keep it in front, keeps runners at first and second.
Crazy part too is most chances you think, hey, maybe you see Luke Weaver get up. This is Mark Leiter Jr.'s ball game right now.
It is.
Leiter did a great job getting out of the 7th. Did surrender the run, but it was an infield hit.
I gotta give you a timeout for that.
Also pushing up the pitch count.
Pedro Avila loosening again.
Another game tomorrow.
Yankees up 2-1 in this series. Soto on the ground, a hot one. Naylor goes to second, low throw, dug out, and no chance for a double play. That was a heck of a play by Rocchio. Bad throw from Naylor. Saves an error though. And runners at the corners now. Clase gets the second out of the inning.
What a scoop. Ooh, that could have been disastrous right there.
That's 1 run for sure, maybe 2 if it gets by Rocchio. And Aaron Judge is going to be intentionally walked. And it'll set up a matchup with Clase against Jazz Chisholm. No brainer for Stephen Vogt here.
Stephen Vogt was raving about his defense today when we had a discussion with him, but it's been a little shaky here in the 9th.
Yankees have the bases loaded. They lead 8-6 in the 9th. Chisholm a chance to deliver a knockout punch. jumping on the first pitch, fouls it away. Chisholm is the 8th batter of the inning. As dominant as Clase was all year. He's had 3 outings in this postseason, very shaky. 0-2 the count.
That's the one you wanted right there. Bearing in on the left-handed hitters, the one he gave to Austin Wells, right? You can't get extended on that one.
Tommy Kahnle, Tim Mayza. Kahnle if it stays as is. Mayza if Chisholm delivers more runs. 0-2 pitch, down and in.
I think they're just starting to get loose. I think Leiter's going to go back out, honestly, because Kahnle just was slowly tossing.
You got Lane Thomas to lead off, then Noel, then Jimenez. Those are the do-ups for the Guardians in the bottom of the 9th. Clase, bouncing ball. Naylor, ooh, tough hop. He's got it. Clase there for him. And that's the end of the inning. Yankees strand them loaded, but they score twice. Right off the handle, Alex Verdugo. The benefits of putting the ball in play. And then a line drive by Torres. 2-run Yankee lead. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Yankees have scored tonight off the pitchers they have done it against. 3-run homer, Giancarlo Stanton in the 6th inning off Cade Smith, one of the most dominant relievers in the game. Yankees get 2 more off of Emmanuel Clase. The error and then the base hit by Torres. And the Yankees have grabbed the lead back. It is 8-6, bottom of the 9th, 2-1 series advantage for the Yankees. We are not seeing Luke Weaver come into this game. It's going to be Tommy Kahnle run.
You know, what I find interesting about this first, Mark Leiter Jr., what a job by him. I know the error at first base. Weaver, to me, was down today. We were not going to use him, so Kahnle gets his chance to save this game for the Yankees.
And thinking about Kahnle, guys, 26 pitches yesterday, all changeups.
They tried to bring Emmanuel Clase in against the bottom of the order. It didn't work. Purdy's going to be at second base, as Oswaldo Cabrera at first.
Lane Thomas will lead off. 8-6 Yankees, each club with 10 hits. Thomas, 2 walks here tonight. He lined out as well, 0 for 2. A base runner brings a tying run to the plate. And John Kenzie Noel is on deck. Tommy Kahnle gets a call to try to give the Yankees a 3-1 lead in this American League Championship Series.
Ball 2.
The last 2 games in this series. Whoa.
I just think, again, the lack of starting pitching, the amount you're using these great relievers, it goes to show you see them enough. It's hard to be effective.
They're becoming less great before our eyes.
The tough thing, too, is, look, it's not necessarily these guys' fault. They're asked to take the ball. They're going to do it in these situations. But because you're having to go to the pen, like you said, these guys every night are getting exposed a little bit more.
Tommy Kahnle in a 3-1 count. Thomas takes a strike.
In a day and age where we don't want the starting pitchers to go the 3rd time through the order, we're going to send these relievers 5 times through these guys in a 7-game series.
Yeah. And what looks good early in a series starts to dwindle later. The numbers back it up. 3-2 pitch and a called strike 3. Tommy Kahnle is pumped. Burns off the outside corner. And out number 1. What a changeup.
I think Thomas has a beef here. What do you think, Frenchie?
Yeah, boy, that's a tough one to get rang up on, I'll tell you that. Not only was it away, could have been down a little bit.
Wells stuck the landing. 1 away in the 9th. Noel takes a strike.
We know Noel can hit a changeup.
Yes.
Got one last night to tie the game in the 9th inning. He bats with nobody on. Changeups, steady flow here for Tommy Kahnle.
We're going on 34 straight changeups now for Kahnle.
Yep, all change-ups here. 8 pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Noel.
Ball 2.
2-1. Tommy Kahnle has 1 career postseason save. That was in 2017. Came against Cleveland. That was in the division series game 4. He went 2 innings in that game. He struck out 5.
Ball 3.
3-1.
With a 2-run lead, you got to challenge him here. The only issue for Kahnle, he sometimes has better control with his changeup than he does with his fastball.
He just had 3-1 to Lane Thomas, dropped him a changeup and then another changeup, 3-2.
See what he gives him here. Hitters count for Noel, and Noel turns on it but pulls it foul. Hit it a ton, but he got a changeup and he was out in front.
If you ever could dial up a fastball right here, it would look 104.
I mean, the name of the pitch itself, the changeup, is to change up off of the fastball.
That's right.
But he throws nothing but changeups.
But I can tell you this right now. You've gone, what, now 37 straight changeups. Here comes a changeup again.
He was down in the count to Thomas. He comes back to strike him out. Down in the count to Noel. 3-2. Here he comes. And he lost him. And Noel draws the walk. And the Guardians will bring the tying run to the plate. Good. We're back at it tomorrow night, game 5. Will it be 2-2 or will it be 3-1 Yanks? Sunday, Mets Dodgers, game 6 after the Mets won earlier today. They have a travel day tomorrow. 7:30 Eastern is our airtime tomorrow on TBS. Streams on Max. And another one coming right down to the end. Andres Jimenez. 1 out of 4 tonight. Had a single back in the 6th. Takes a ball. Maybe Luke Weaver's not down.
Not down now.
Little jam shot, long run out. Birdie, this is over his head. A base hit. Noel just gets to second base. Soto almost threw him out on a force play. 2 on, 1 out. John Kinsey, Noel, very fortunate here. That was close. Andres Jimenez with his 2nd hit of the game.
Well, good pitch by Kahnle, just a jam shot that drops in. Only person who could get it was Birdie. He couldn't get out there in time.
Yeah, I do not know what Noel was doing right here.
Man.
I mean, that was a lot closer than it need to be. If you're Bo Naylor, you get up in the front of the box, you sell out changeup. You try to hook it right down the line.
He'll swing at the first pitch. Naylor swings at the first pitch. Fly ball center field, playable for Judge. Noel will tag. Judge makes the catch. Noel bluffs. And the Yankees are an out away from a 3-1 advantage.
Naylor got his pitch.
He did.
You could tell he's sitting all over it, and he just got a little too much under it and flew it out to center.
Guardians' last hope is Brian Rocchio. He's the number 9 hitter, but he's been one of their best hitters this postseason. Tommy Kahnle giving him all he's got. Extended last night, back on the mound to try to nail down a save, which would be his 2nd ever in the postseason. Tying run at first base. 0-1 the count. Yankees have backed up their outfielders. Trying to cut off anything in the gap or down the line. Jimenez, the tying run at first, can fly. One of the fastest players on the Guardians team. The 0-1. 0-2 the count. Kahnle and the Yankees a strike away now.
Pitching is usually using an assortment of pitches on both sides of the plate and changing speeds. What if you did none of that?
That's what you're getting.
We are in the same position as we were last night. Yankees a strike away from a win in the 9th. Rocchio represents the winning run at the plate. 2 on, 2 out. The 0-2. Bouncing ball. Birdie backhands it out of his glove. Recovers, throws in time. And the Yankees hang on to win Game 4. Tommy Kahnle, what an effort. He nails down the save. 8-6 Yankees win. And now up 3-1 in this best-of-7 American League Championship Series. It got a little anxious here for Birdie.
I mean, one of the hardest things to do is be on that bench and then come out and play the 9th inning. Defensively, he's able to stay with it. What a job by Kahnle. What a job by Mark Leiter Jr. And Rizzo to lead off with that base hit. Volpe to follow him against Class A.
And you see how they finished them between Leiter and Tommy Kahnle. Nothing but soft.
Right.
Curveballs, splitters, 18 changeups in that 9th inning from Kahnle.
Tommy Kahnle, 35 years of age. 1 save in the regular season. Now he's got 2 saves in the postseason. Aaron Boone getting to the finish line without having to use Luke Weaver. The advantage you have when you're up in a series, and now the Yankees are a win away from an American League pennant. Send it down to Lauren Jabara.
Thank you so much, BA. Giancarlo, this was a full team effort tonight. Top of the 9th inning, the bottom of the lineup getting it going. What did you see from those guys that went up to the plate?
Just getting it done. I mean, you know, he's as tough as they come to score runs off of. So putting the ball in play don't got to be hard, but, you know, find the right spots and, you know, putting it in play is most important.
For you, your magical postseason continues. Your 4th home run of the postseason tonight, 3rd of this series. What is it about October for you?
I want to ring. I want to ring. You know, anything I could do to help us win, 1 step at a time. So this was a good step. We got much more work to do.
I know last night you guys took a gut punch. Tonight you come out right away, Juan Soto getting it going. Just what does that say about the maturity and professionalism of this team to put Game 3 behind you and focus on Game 4?
That's big time to throw the first punch. You know, no lead is safe, but it was good to get the first punch, and you know, great battle back and forth, and just able to keep it going.
Opportunity to close it out tomorrow, win the AL pennant. What's the mindset?
Get it done. Get it done. There's no other mindset than that.
Simple enough, Giancarlo. Appreciate it. Good luck. See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, he was the MVP in the National League in 2017. He's got some MVP form going right now, Ronnie.
All of these players, all of these teams that are left in October want one thing, and he said it. They want a ring.
Yeah, for sure. And look, at the end of the day, Cade Smith, Emmanuel Clase, the 2 best relievers. The Yankees got 5 runs off them tonight, and that's the game.
They have pushed the Guardians to the brink of elimination, and they'll have Carlos Rodon on the mound tomorrow in Game 5. Tanner Bybee gets the ball for the Cleveland Guardians. Yankees up 3-1 tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern on TBS. It's on True TV. It streams on Max. Yankees Guardians Game 5 in an elimination game. We have arrived to the first one in this ALCS. For Ron Darling, Jeff Francoeur, Lauren Jabara, the rest of our TBS crew, Brian Anderson saying so long from Cleveland. Coming up next, we'll send it to our Atlanta studio. The postgame show, The Closer, presented by Genesis Motor America.